a great matchup.
Not a good matchup
for Snake.
However, Steve's a pretty good character.
Steve's not bad.
And it is the main these days. So it's one of those balances of, do I pick the counter pick character or the character I'm more comfortable with? And that's a calculus Syrup is going to have to make, not just in the first game, but throughout the entire set.
Yeah, when you have a secondary as strong or nearly as strong as your main, and your main is Steve at the moment, like you really have to play this battle of confidence, right? Like every point of the match, you have to be making sure not only that you're adapting to your opponent, but you're adapting to yourself. You're keeping your own mental in check and not doubting your choices every step of the way.
Bro, they are icing me on this character select. I am so curious what he's going to do.
No, I think we're going to see a Steve for
Think
game
so?
one.
Oh, wait.
Oh, they just wanted to counter whatever we said. If we had pushed for Ness, we'd be seeing Steve right now.
Side note, I am so happy to see AK doing well. I feel like his mental is just different. The way he thinks about the game, he's so hard on himself rather than the other characters, which could be a good and a bad thing.
Yeah, double-edged sword for sword.
Mr. Improvement, have you improved today? The answer seems to be yes, because he's in top 8. But up against the Syrup Ness, let's get right into it.
So we talked about, this being not the greatest matchup for Snake on paper. One of the biggest reasons being that down B of Ness is having the ability to absorb and mitigate a lot of the explosive damage that can come out of Snake that we're so used to seeing. So we're going to have to see how Kage adjusts to that in this game.
The downside, of course, for Ness here is while he does have that sort of healer class strength, the downside is that he doesn't have crazy tools to beat out Snake in the rest of the matchup. It's just that he's constantly reverting that percentage and forcing AK to get extra on him.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of control of the airspace that normally Ness likes to control, but that back air of Snake's very, very handy, and dash attack as well. Ooh. But that Nikita going to be enough to block PK Thunder 2, shortening the distance and not letting Syrup get back to the edge there.
Yeah, that is going to be very hard to deal with. AK so good at using that Nikita. And that PK Thunder, you can see already, down air is able to break through it, and it's a super active hitbox, which makes it hard to get anything big off of those juggles.
That was a great early air dodge down away from the PK Thunder, letting him get back to the edge and even get a quick punish and get back to stage. Great read on that roll for the back throw, and the stock goes to Syrup.
Not a bad start for Apollo Kage, gotta say. Now Syrup trying to get an early combo with those magnet confirms, but AK just breaking out. 80-30, nothing to sneeze at.
Almost using the grenade that was available as a heal option as a bait, right? Like immediately ready for a quick forward air to make him regret going for that decision.
Now Syrup's starting to bring this back. We see the aerials once he gets into that mid-range spacing. A lot more comfortable. PK Fire trying to set something up. Goes for the up smash, but AK punishing his hubris, overextending a little bit too hard there, and you paid for it with your life.
Yeah, you are not allowed to simply exist in the airspace when Snake is on the way. You have to get out of there. You have to get down, or that back air will be taking lanes.
But the PK Fire there ends up going high, so AK gets away from it, and now he's just trying to nickel and dime. This is a very difficult part of the matchup for Syrup. However, that F-tilt puts him in a good spot. Goes for the air dodge instead of the down air there. Works out that time. Dash attack breaking back to center stage.
Oh, he went for the sticky on that C4 placement, but ended up paying for it with his life. We have an even game here on the last stock. Going pretty quick. That fair, trying to get cheeky, but maybe paying for it here.
Yeah, that was a little bit much from AK. He was not in a position where he needed to take that risk. Only takes 34 for it, so not too bad. And now you're back in an advantage state holding the ledge.
All things considered, kind of worth checking just to see if you can get that quick stock and a huge momentum shift for him. But 96-59, this is really anyone's game still.
C4 making it so that Syrup can't go low there. Now AK is in a situation to Shark. Goes for the read on the escape option. Syrup gets down for free, though.
So much of this game is going to be coming down to what happens in these corner situations. That up tilt turnaround, going to be amazing at sealing out that stock. Game one going to AK.
And that's a tough situation to be in if you're Syrup, because this is supposed to be the counterpick character. But we talked about this, right? Just because this is the counterpick character doesn't mean it is necessarily the right decision. Syrup, of course, has an amazingness. but he also has an amazing Steve, so he might pull him out.
You got to also consider, just because you lost that game, it was pretty close. Staying Ness doesn't necessarily mean it's the wrong decision either.
Also true.
You got to have confidence in whatever it is you do go ahead and do, though.
It's one of those situations where you'll never know what the right decision was because you don't get to see both outcomes. So you have to pick one, and you have to commit and accept the result.
So that is the benefit here, as we've seen with the whole tournament being best of 5. Obviously, no different here in top 8 either. You do get a couple of chances here. Unlike AK, going to be off stage at very low percent.
But he gets to keep rinsing and repeating that. That's one of the benefits of that snake recovery. At low percents, it's just damage. Doesn't have to worry about depreciating returns. Syrup air dodging back to the stage, taking full advantage of that drift. We see it again, and that is something that is going to be very hard for AK to punish.
Good read on that tech away with the PK Fire, but not going to get too much off of it. 90% apiece. They're both just swinging, trying to get this first stock.
Syrup had to get away from that C4, so he wasn't able to get a full juggle there. Does still get to hold center stage. He's been doing a very good job of that.
Okay, what do we have? Down. Nope. We're going to throw off stage. Let's see what we get with this Nikita interacting with the fire, but going to get up aired as well.
What a great call out. Knows that AK is pressuring him in the corner. AK in general has been kind of aggressive all the way through this. And of course that is part of the matchup, but there are certain situations where I feel like he overheats just a tad.
I do like what I'm seeing when he has the corner situation, utilizing his dash as much as possible. We're seeing a lot fewer explosives at these percents. He doesn't want to let Syrup come below 100%, so he's going to be boxing out just a bit more at these points, looking for his opening here for a kill.
I love that PK Fire mix-up from Syrup. AK was recognizing what he thought was a habit, and in the end, he does find the up tilt, but some extra damage for Syrup thanks to that mix-up. Back to trying to fight for center stage. AK setting up shop, trying to make sure he doesn't have that because he's at 0%.
Yeah, no threat. You know, you can definitely go ahead and chuck those grenades now that he's at such low percent. Not really much to heal at this point.
Ooh, juggle opportunity. Again, going for those aggressive PK Fires. I really like that from Syrup.
No jump, but not going to get that 2-frame on the yo-yo. Another forward air attempt, not going to hit the mark.
Timing a little off there. Syrup going for a tomahawk there. AK did not give it to him. He is swinging so aggressive in those situations. 68% on Ness. It's starting to rack up.
Oh, whoa. Oh, okay, never mind. I was scared for him, but that C4 definitely covered him.
That was very good awareness. AK taking advantage of his safe options there. Now let's see if he can close out the stock. The answer is no, because Syrup finally finds the smash.
That was actually the exact same way he lost the first stock. Going in for a dash jack and getting up smash first troubles. We have an up air string coming out. Forward air. Another one.
Okay, Syrup.
Okay.
Syrup's starting to come back.
More damage. Going to extend this lead.
This is a tough spot to be in. Those grenades are pretty much offline at this point. They are just not worth using. Goes for the ledge trump. And that's going to cost you.
Yeah. Missed that tech. It's going to cost you your life. Game 2. Going back to Syrup. Now that definitely has to be a big confidence booster. Knowing that Ness was at least an applicable answer. It was all just down to skill in those games.
AK having fun with the crowd after that one. That's always good to see when you lose the game, but you're still in good spirits.
Now, are we going to see more rogue forward airs going into this game 3, or are we going to be playing a little bit more close to our chest when we get those early edge guard attempts?
I do feel like AK looked really solid in the honest neutral game.
Yeah.
It was when he started to, we talked about overheat a little bit, take risks, especially at the ledge. As strong as his character is at the ledge, that was when Syrup was creating win counts.
There's a definite level of hot and cold that I feel like needs to be played a bit, and I feel like in those tense situations we've been seeing too much hot back to back.
Let's see how this goes on the counter pick. You've got that center platform. That is a great positioning tool for Apollo Kage. Syrup has been really good at holding center stage like we talked about, but now you're going to have to deal with C4s on that center platform that control so much space so effectively.
Was looking for that tech away again with the PK Fire, but AK not giving it to him, rolling in instead, reversing the situation, but these guys are slogging back and forth here for this edge space.
Ooh, that was a little bit scary. Good awareness from AK for going for the shield before he went for the grab there. He didn't quite have the frames. Syrup with the back air. Now he's holding center stage, but he's got that C4 to contend with. Beautiful. Do you remember where it is?
Over there.
Oh,
but it doesn't matter where the C4 is. Snake's going off the top.
What happened there?
a huge up smash on the
It's
shield.
like-
Not much you could have done in those situations.
Buddy,
Very, very
roll,
tight.
I beg you.
It might lose.
Please,
Yeah.
try something.
Fight back.
But yeah, that is a really tough situation.
Yeah.
It's one of those just don't get hit kind of things.
Yeah, don't be there. Oh, man.
Oh,
That
good
magnet
control.
really doing a lot of work there protecting him from the Nikita. Really good tech to know.
Honestly, both of them just played that incredibly well. Patience from AK. That's what I like to see from him.
That was like a back hit of the forward air managing to save Syrup there. What do we got? Shortens it, but close enough to get back. Back air, gonna get him grabbed. Oh, was it worth it? Yeah, it was okay. Didn't
Yeah,
get
we're
killed.
fine so far, especially when you are up the stock. You want to trade as much as you can. And some safety damage there as well. 105 on AK. This is getting scary.
Yeah, and there goes another Thunder, sending him back up to a juggle. Gonna be getting him down with the forward air. That down air, not gonna be enough. Full stage, too far away for the kill.
Again, getting past that Nikita. Syrup very aware of the matchup. A bit of a reminder that he had in the first game. Ooh!
Traded the weak
What
hit
a
of his
weird
back air for a
scenario.
strong hit of Ness's back air.
Yeah. Definitely not the kind of trade AK needs right now.
Good
Great
tech.
tech from Syrup, staying alive at 177. Still techable, and that air dodge, once again, getting him back to stage. AK has not found an answer to that.
Yeah, this Ness pick really working out. Really, really high percents here. Able to get any kind of heals going would be huge, but AK not going to give it to him. Worried about getting down on his own at this point.
There
Up air,
we go.
gonna find the mark.
Finally. But this is a brutal situation to be in if you're AK. He needs to figure out what's going wrong. How is he struggling so much to get these kills, to find the openings? It feels like Syrup is preventing him from forcing the issue in these critical situations.
Playing at this large spacing here as well, so he can avoid most dash attack pressure at the same time.
I'm picturing the tweak clip, the
Yeah,
dash
yeah.
attack versus grab. That's a
Yep.
bit of a situation we're in right now. Apollo Kage kind of searching for answers. We see him run up and go for the down air there, just trying new things.
Okay, we got a couple dash attacks to back air, an up smash there from Syrup. A lot of percent. This is not looking great for AK, but nothing he hasn't seen before. Is he going to be able to make this comeback, or is this going to be about getting information for next game?
I'll be honest, it's looking a little bit cooked right now. I think it's all about info, but he doesn't have much time to get it because that is going to be it for game number 3. And AK finds himself, after a great game number 1, on the back foot.
Yeah. The games kind of start out pretty decently, but they just quickly snowball as soon as Ness seems to reach over 100%. He just has been having some struggles actually landing the killing blows, getting those up tilts he saw in game 1.
Yeah, AK is, like you said, struggling to get those kills. Very impressive the way Syrup is playing around it. I like that you mentioned the spacing as well, because you're in a matchup where Snake can't force the issue with the C4, with the grenades as effectively. And so he wants to box with you, and
Yeah.
Syrup is just not allowing that. He's using movement.
Yeah, and the thing is, Snake's dash attack has those invincible arms that he really likes to abuse as much as possible. So it's definitely the number one thing to be looking out for. And Syrup doing an amazing job of just staying at that distance and being able to punish.
Ooh, a little bit of a stall there from Syrup, trying to get AK to press a button early, but he was so patient, waited it out, and there are those AK combos that we expect to see. Gets a clean 70, 80% here, goes for a read on the down throw, no dice, Syrup back into neutral.
Really good return here from AK. Let's see what he's able to make the most out of it. Not going to tech in, not going to get that down air read that he was hoping for. Syrup maintaining control of center, but that C4 secretly controlling it better.
Precarious situation now for Syrup as he's trying to get this stock off. This is now the advantage, the win con for Apollo Kage. Now he gets to, albeit carefully, rely a little bit more on his projectiles to try to nickel and dime this, to try to cheapen up Syrup's stock. Finally, he gets an opportunity to roll out. This time he wasn't at the ledge, so he didn't have to roll into it.
Correct. And that C4 was just perfectly placed against center stage to be able to actually get the punish. But that back throw going to be enough to kill at over 100%. That thing is deadly.
Ooh, jab checks from Apollo Kage, trying to catch Syrup coming in. Doesn't do it, but he gets the follow-up anyway, and that is a great C4, and immediately another C4 on the opposite platform, causing Syrup to go the other way, and he's there to catch it with the up tilt.
It's like a whole different Snake in this game right now.
Yes.
Like just everything that we mentioned before has been working out much better.
Oh.
That down air, not going to find it. You know,
I
edge
respect
guard.
it.
Yeah, for sure.
When you're down like that, that's when you start playing that high-risk, high-reward game. Did not work out that time, but he honestly didn't end up.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't take too much off of that. That's fine.
He's back to 0, like it never happened.
He just lost the stage control that he had.
Let's see what do we got. That downer going to come out swinging. Fighting for that center, taking the up tilts where he sees them.
You can see the way they're having to play the game differently. Now that Syrup is behind, he has to play more aggressively. He's the one who has to force the issue. And so Apollo Kage is just taking a page out of his book, forcing Syrup to come to him and playing the whiff punish game. This is fine, because he's not dying.
Yeah, no. A little bit of damage never hurt anybody. Well, that's not true,
Well,
I guess. But
wrong snake, actually.
oh, that back throw, the dash shack going to get blocked. We're here on our last stock of this game. AK trying to fight for his tournament life and extend this to a game 5.
This is the opportunity for Syrup to turn things around. Already 44%, reminding us that this is far from over. Playing with that magnet on shield, making AK guess, am I going to drop and go for the grab, or am I going to swing at you again? Right now, we are boxing in the neutral.
No
and the
way!
down air connects from the side, just barely clipping him. Second time's the charm, and Syrup is able to take it over AK in a 3-1.
That was some impressive snake experience coming to play. He was up there before before AK was able to quickly up B and escalate up there. He met him halfway with that read, right? Going for that down air on the quick up B. Vert, for lack of a better word, is literally it is his ups. It is literally like a wall that you can't get
Bro's
by.
got the 60-inch vert. That's crazy. And the Sonic's Me Gunner coming out. No, I'm just kidding.
The twist.
That would be insane. I feel like he could pull off a Me
vibe.
Gunner.
That's a different vibe
or
entirely.
a Me Sword Fighter as well. Either one, he could pull them off.
Me Dittos? Guys? No?
All right. Looks like we're ready to go here. Cola versus Sonics. Loser's side. Winner gets top 5. Loser goes home. Who's it going to be?
I honestly have no clue. This is going to be a good set, one way or another.
And we are off to immediately the kind of start that you expect to see. A little bit of dash dancing, and the Cole is like, nah, I don't really feel like it. Goes forward, pressing Sonics already into the corner, but he's being respectful about it. You see, he's not overextending. He's using safe buttons. Even that side B was able to break through Sonics' approach.
Yeah, let's see here. Back on stage with their feet at the ground. Bit of damage on both sides. Gonna see Sonic's able to get that parry and continue his advantage. Take that forward smash. Gonna take an early stock. Just 30 seconds into the game.
That is tough for Cola, and now this is the pressure that you were talking about, right? This is where you have to remember that you've got so much time to work with. You don't have to overextend early. Cola doing a good job. He's finding a couple of openings, playing patient in the corner.
Speaking of patience in the corner, Sonics hanging onto that ledge. Gonna get jabbed and back air, but not enough to get the kill just yet.
Oh, gets the sour hit there, but it was really close. Both of those situations just reminding Sonics how easily he can die here. He has to play patient as well.
Yeah, Cola doing an amazing job keeping the pressure alive here. Gonna be getting hit just a bit here. Force trouble in the center of the stage. 63% and growing.
Ooh, finds the opening into the forward air, pushing Cola deep off stage, goes for an up air instead of another forward air there, maybe a DI mix-up attempt, and now going deep. He is just sharking Cola off the stage.
Yeah, trying to maintain pressure, stay as close as possible, get as much from every interaction as he can. Getting a second stock lead would be huge. Great patience there in reaction to that air dodge.
And again, Cola has not gotten to play on stage. He's been stuck in the corner this entire stock. Finally, back into the neutral. He's holding that Pokeball center stage. He gets another hit, but once again, it is not quite enough to take that first stock.
Dash itch and trying to get some kind of reaction out of Sonics here, but down throw, almost heading into the blast zone. That forward tilt gonna seal out the second stock. Up 2 for Sonics.
Ooh, down tilt, tech chase, but he's just too high percent. Now you're having the opposite problem for Cola, where he's so high that he can't get any follow-ups. He can't create 50-50s to get the stock. Finally, the Jer is able to do it, but he is down an entire stock with 4.5 minutes left. Sonics gets to take his time.
But as we see, still going to maintain corner, not just simply running away with every opportunity here. Really cool stuff to see. Trying to push this advantage as far as humanly possible.
Up airs, nairs, so much damage adding on to Cola, who is living on borrowed time at this point. And again, you're off stage. We saw how that went on the last stock. This time a little bit of a mix-up. Cola more aggressive, back into the neutral, back to trying to hold center stage. Sonic's dancing around it precariously.
Great back air there. Going to keep Cola here. Not going to allow him to get back too easily. This Pokeball, kind of a safe haven, but 110% on the board already. Cola's going to have to figure something out here.
Sonics is just baiting Cola right now. He is moving around, jumping between the platforms, trying to get Cola to overextend. Cola's playing safe. We see jabs, we see down tilts, low end lag moves, but Sonics finds the right positioning, gets a single hit, forces out the air dodge, and then the back air to take game number 1.
I do want to call out, not sure if a mistake, but he had Apollo Kage tag on Sonics in that game.
Oh, yeah. You're right. I didn't even...
Not sure if on purpose, because he did mess with an Angie tag, which I believe was the one he was using before.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they have the same controls. I mean, a lot of top players know each other's controls, especially if they're the same.
Yeah, I just hope it was on purpose and that it isn't messing with him in some way.
Well, we'll see. If it wasn't on purpose, he'll definitely change it now.
Yeah. But able to win either way. I mean, definitely looked fine to me.
It seems like he was doing okay. So,
Stages,
Cola looked pretty okay in the neutral when he was holding center stage. But as soon as Sonics got his momentum, as soon as he got that one clean hit, it felt like his advantage, his ability to cover Cola's option was just outclassing his opponent.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of running away to the other side of the stage, but there was a lot of like figure eighting of Sonics, really like dancing around where Cola was trying to approach.
And now we've got a similarly sized stage, but the platform layout is going to be a little bit different. And what immediately comes to mind for me is how Sonics was jumping between the two platforms to bait.
What just happened?
No!
Downer spike into the trampoline.
Oh, no. That was tragic for Cola.
Yeah.
He didn't even get a chance to start playing to his counter pick.
I literally don't think I've ever seen that work out
that was
that
weird
way in my life.
I don't know if Sonics has ever seen that. Sometimes you just have that stroke of genius. Like, wait a minute, I can hit him with this right now.
He was just recovering.
Come on, you got to give it to him. He's in top 8. He earned it.
Yeah.
Cola going for these jabs. He's trying to set up a Jair. Went for an F smash there as well, hoping to run into Sonics. That's
Cola.
fine for Cola.
Gonna need something big to make this comeback right now. Or soon.
Sonics is going to be comfortable shielding because that down throw really doesn't get much for Cola, and Cola has not shown an ability to read his escape options off of it. So
beautiful platform assist there. Jab up air. Going to be enough to get that stock relatively early.
this is looking a lot better for Cola. I think a key factor here is that platform layout does not allow Sonics to jump back and forth with the way he was playing that figure 8 game in the previous game. Now he has to commit to either being on the ground or being center stage where Cola is going to hold space.
And being able to run off center just like that and pressure the whole corner with that runoff there. That is going to be a huge advantage there for Cola.
And those downers have been so good from Sonics. Not overusing it, but finding just the right times to make something happen. Cola going for those downers in the corner of himself, but he can't find it as successfully.
A little bit of an overreach for that fair. Going to be enough to take the stock, and Sonics once again up a stock.
Cola's looking, again, pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah.
He may not have the stock lead, but we have to remember he got 0 to death right at the beginning of this game. If you take that out of the equation, he is winning here.
Yeah, we got to make sure we get a little bit more here to solidify that fact, though, before giving up too much more damage on the stock.
Again, Sonics is not giving up those air dodges. He's so comfortable. Cola's trying to bait anything out, any sort of defensive option that he can punish, and Sonics is just not giving it to him. And eventually he lets something rip, whether it's that side B, whether it's the F smash, whether it was the up smash we saw, and every single time Sonics is ready to punish.
What do we have for this edge situation? Could be huge. Gonna get that homing attack to get him back on. Scot-free. Another forwarder, another edge guard attempt to spring.
This is a bad spot.
Forward
and
tilt.
As soon as the air dodge comes out, like I said, every time he picks an option, Sonics is ready to respond.
Feeling possibly a little bit defeated there. I don't know that I would be thinking about a character switch, I agree with you in that I think outside of that immediate stock on the beginning of that game, it was looking pretty decent.
Yeah, and then you're down the entire game. You have to start trying to make plays. Cola tried to make those plays and wasn't able to find them. But we're going into one more game. I didn't see the counter pick, but
Back
sure
here,
enough,
yeah.
we do go to the same stage, which I think is the right play because it looked so comfortable for Cola outside of that one issue.
Yeah, we definitely need to see that big mental reset, good mentality that we've seen from Cola historically. So let's see how this plays out.
All right, Cola, time to lock in. You've got to play patient. This is where that mental fortitude really needs to come in because everything you've done so far, the ideas, the machinations are there. It just has to come together. It has to be consistent, and that consistency requires patience.
That up B overextending the ledge, making sure that the forward smash wasn't able to land and get that early kill. Really smart play here from Cola. Getting a couple uppers as well. Some damage finally on the board. A third one, a fourth one. Can we see 5?
Getting close to killing on that last one. You got to wonder what would have happened if it wasn't stale. Now Sonics has to be careful. He's trying to close it out with the Nair. The super late hit resets the juggle, but the tech roll in from Cola gets out of that situation, reverses with an F tilt of his own, and now Sonics is in the corner.
Yeah, this is exactly what we can expect to see when that one crazy stock doesn't happen. Much tighter stock 1. And that air dodge, not going to be enough to make it to the ledge. First lead of the set, I believe, going for Cola here.
A little bit of a misstep from Sonics, but Cola retake those. Let's see now. Can he set up shop? Sonics finds an F smash.
Oh, that nice turnaround there on that down tilt. Gonna battle it out for King of the Hill under this platform. Cola able to get his footing here. Gonna take it slow, not gonna rush into the next spin dash.
Again, poking with those down tilts, with those jabs. Those are the safest moves in his toolkit. Sometimes the falling up air, the back hit as well can be quite safe, but it's hard to find that spacing against Sonics. But Cola is pushing him into the corner. He's resetting this situation, dashing back and forth, trying to catch Sonics pressing a button, and he is so good at responding with those grabs, finally getting an up smash for his troubles as well.
The biggest thing that I've seen there was a real good use of movement into shielding, into counter hitting outer shield, getting a lot of mileage out of that, and then getting for that grab into the platform tech chase. Really great stuff, Cola. Another stock lead. Big momentum in his favor right now.
Sonics had some slight frame advantage that kind of saved his life there. He almost got jarred out of his stock again, but he gets away with it. Cola, though, continuing to put on the pressure, going to show what he can do once he has this lead. It is such a critical part of the matchup to get the lead early.
So many back-to-back just being right on whether he's going to go for a grab, whether he's going to go for an escape chase. That forward smash not going to be enough, but this edge guard might be able to.
And Sonics is so good at finding those forward airs, by the way. Or those forward smashes, I mean.
Yeah.
He's only thrown out 2, and both of them have hit.
Going for that pivot grab, doing a great job there. Cover that escape. Cola swinging back. Both guys one hit away for the stock.
Good tag.
Cola wanting to stay alive
Bro
in this set. Forward tilt going to meet the mark.
I love that instant back air out of the tech as well. Bro was buffering. Sonics SDing again.
Yeah, the air dodge going to kill him, and not having the air dodge to help him recover after that spring wasn't enough to get back.
114 though on that SD. Honestly, both SDs. He was at high percent, so not huge losses on either side of it, but still a little bit of the pressure may be starting to show in that situation where he's getting a little antsy. He's trying to press too many buttons, and he maybe messes up the order of operations.
There's a big thing, too, about grabs being a really good tell on who's in the lead in terms of momentum.
Yeah, the mental lead. If you're getting grabbed, you're losing.
And Cola got grab after grab toward the end there. We definitely saw Sonics trying to avoid getting killed at all costs, and Cola just ever so present, reacting and getting those grabs back to back to back.
Yes, agreed. And I think a big reason for that is that when you're losing, you get scared and you shield.
Yeah.
And that is the opportunity for your opponent to recognize that and start going for the grabs.
Now, it's one thing to say, well, at least Roy doesn't have any deadly things out of the throw, but anytime you're in a bad position because you're now getting thrown, you're in a deadly space for Roy to capitalize on.
And Cola was doing a better job of taking advantage of the positioning he was getting out of those throws in that game. The ledge pressure was a lot more consistent. Yeah. But on the other side of things, Sonics has consistently been consistent with that ledge pressure. And so we know that as soon as it goes back the other way, he is going to be there to capitalize.
Interesting, we're going back to PS2 here, wondering what stage bans could have possibly been, but sure, this is a fine stage just to deal with it. Just, again, a lot more figure eights if you're going to have to be chasing Sonic all the way back and forth. But yeah, no strong lead just yet, and Cola doing a great job.
Now every time I see that air dodge to the ledge, I get a little bit scared for Sonics. He was okay that time, but a nice reset for Cola on the sour up air there, and now he's just jabbing in the corner, not going for that down tilt. I'm waiting for that to come out.
Oh, it just does it. 3 for 3 now, huh?
Yeah. It's a good move.
Oh, that air dodge is going to cost him. Oh, good parry there. Going to get a huge combo. No, okay, 2 up airs. We'll take it.
That's big for Cola. The fact that that didn't turn into the 50% that it could have been, a lot better situation for him. But he has to close out the stock before that 50% actualizes anyway. Goes for the empty hop. Sonics is not baited by it. He waited it out, but great tech read from Cola. We are back in this.
Yeah, 39%. Could have been a lot worse. I saw that parry up air. I got scared for him, but able to minimize it. And so this wasn't so bad after all, but we're going to be seeing some damage here. Air dodging a little bit early, but able to get his footing and shield the next situation.
Great falling up air. And I think the reason that worked is because the last time he was in that situation, he went for the empty jump. So Sonics was expecting it, dropped shield, and he got punished. We're playing RPS, and Cola's winning.
Not only do you have to win the RPS, though, you have to get the most out of all your hits when you do. Sonics getting a lot out of every little tick he gets.
Yes, we're comparing number of neutral wins to how much you get out of it right now, and Sonics is just consistently getting more. Cola is able to hold center stage, though, so he is not dying off of these hits. He's at 145 in that percent window where spin dash confirms aren't going to work anymore, and Sonics has to just force the issue straight up.
And every time Cola doesn't die, that's a situation like that that's scary as hell, where you can be in the corner against Rage Roy, but that Nair going to be enough to take it at 160.
Yeah, difficult trade, and now Sonics is back in the driver's seat. He gets to go for these confirms. These combos are so scary now, because all of a sudden you could get ledge trapped, you could get edge guarded at any percent, and Sonics knows it.
Yeah, and you have the added pressure. You know, you are on your potential last stock of the tournament. Loser's bracket, you're down 2-1. You can't let these next couple situations go crazy.
Look at the movement from both players right now. The way they are vying, posturing for stage control. Cola dash dancing, putting the pressure on Sonics, forcing him to press a button, but Sonics presses that button. He gets him back in the corner. Now it's my turn. Great get-up attack.
Yeah, that get-up attack going to be able to really get Sonics off of the ledge, ease up on some of the pressure there.
136. Sonics refuses to die. He goes for the fake out there. Cola trying to get Sonics to press something, expecting the trump. Sonics, again, is not giving him these buttons. He's just waiting.
And then when he's not waiting, he's homing attacking and mixing up great here. Up throw, not going to be enough to get a kill, so he goes for the forward throw instead.
Ooh. Sonics calls him out. And Sonics punishes him. He knew he was going to keep dash dancing. He jumps off the ledge with the aggressive option, chased him all the way into the corner, and takes it in 3-1 fashion.
Really, really great and solid play for both players. Sonics going to be taking up the edge there. Moving on. And
Peanut is ready to go. You see that?
Yeah, right.
My man wants to play.
That's the Arcadian, guys. This is all serious business here.
Are you a member of the Toon Squad?
Toon Squad, Toon Goons. There's so much. Make sure you're tuning in.
Yeah, shout out the Toon Squad. I know we got the Toon Squad in the crowd. Those guys are loud.
All 4 of them. No, I'm kidding.
Don't you got to do them like that. So mean.
No, it's all in good fun. I'm excited. This is going to be a hype set. Again, I've studied watching Peanut's Mega Man against various Steves, and so I'm excited. I don't know that they've ever played before here.
Yeah, I have no idea. I think we're ready to go. Okay, fist bumps. Finally, we are ready to get into this set. It is Peanut versus Toon here on winner's side, both undefeated going into this set. Let's see who takes it.
Yeah, both had a real hell of a black bracket to get to this point here. They're going to be pulling out all the stops, making sure they can make it into the winners finals.
Immediately, we are seeing something that we talked about before the set, which is Peanut going for those forward airs. to try to break through the blocks. It is a one tap on the dirt blocks. Very effective. As this game goes on, of course, as he mines, there's going to be a little bit less utility there, but the idea is generally the same.
I like how he just didn't like those particular blocks, so wanted to get a force out of the way. But we have here blocking in the corner himself. Going to go ahead and get that punish there and continuing his pressure game every which way he can. Toon back to the corner, get some more resources.
And we see immediately Toon adapting. He's going for the double walls. It's making it a lot harder for Peanut to get through. That's one of those kind of classic counterplay options that Steve will have. If you're up against someone who has shown an ability to break through walls, you put up 2 of them, and it ends up making it a lot easier for you to get your mining started, even though it's more startup.
Yeah, definitely one of the things that I've seen from Toon is how comfortable he is in the corner. I know that's a common Steve thing, generally to put yourself into that corner, but I've seen this particular thing all weekend where he is on the last possible cell hanging out there mining.
Yeah, a very patient player. Wants to find not just the win condition of the diamond, but wants to get more. He's already got diamond. Now he's using the speed of that to get himself extra diamonds, to get himself extra resources like the iron that we will start to see as the stock progresses.
Yeah, that's definitely one difference between, let's say, Steve's win condition of a diamond and other win conditions from other characters. His refuels his own. So you really, ideally, want to try to stop him from getting that first one as much as possible because it really does snowball.
We got a fresh stock here, a fresh diamond pickaxe here, and we are still not done. He is all iron in the queue right now. Finally gets a little bit of stone at the end that he can use to build another wall because he wants to go back and craft more of the same. Speaking of, by the way, part of the reason he has so much iron, Peanut let him go to PS2.
Yeah.
Curious.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot as well. Toon not going to be upset with the decision here, but we'll see if it'll be a common recurrence throughout the set or not. I personally wouldn't have let this happen.
No, I am not a fan of this stage. Even if you are a character who wants to have more space, I typically feel like the downsides are not worth it. Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have a cornered Steve, though, with the leaf shield.
No. He got in, but he pushed himself out there. A little bit unfortunate for Peanut, not able to find what he was looking for. Toon now in the driver's seat, but he is running out of blocks. Peanut knows it. Now he is pushing his advantage.
See what we get here. Oh, going to get rolled in on and some damage as well. Giving up advantage a little bit easily there. Going to go for that up air. Not going to hit the mark there.
But what he does do is he forces out the iron. Now down to 1 iron for Toon, who has to find some time to mine here. Because as quickly as those blocks are coming up, they are going away. Those double walls are very expensive. Peanut just chipping out his win conditions.
Up being across the blocks, that's something I haven't seen.
Yeah, the lag is not that high. It's kind of worth it. But I agree that it is not a common option.
Yeah, he just really wanted to get to the other side. So here we are, getting some more resources. Pressing B to mine through his own blocks there.
Peanut does find the opening. He gets the back air. But we see Toon immediately coming back with the up tilt. Great call out from Peanut.
Yeah, got a little bit greedy, trying to meet Peanut halfway with his own back air to get extra little bit of damage and advantage, but ended up paying for it with his life.
Toon playing so patiently in the corner. He has got 2 full stocks, 3 minutes on the clock. He is more than willing to take this to time if Peanut will let him. The onus is on Peanut to make something happen.
Okay, breaks all the blocks and immediately expects and anticipates aggression there from Toon, properly getting a crash bomb and a little bit of damage, but he's going to need a lot more than that in order to make this comeback in due time.
Yeah, we talked about with the Cola set how you don't always have to hold forward. This is one of the situations where you kind of do. You're out of time. 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. Peanut is playing very patient, very methodical. But the downside of if you don't find your opening now, you have to force it later, and that is where he is. He finds an opening with the Crash Bomber there, 60%, but still at a bit of a deficit.
Yeah, every Crash Bomb is huge. We got a 4-piece wall. That's extra insurance there.
Tired of him jumping over it, I guess. Peanut back in this, though. That 60% goes a long way because it tells you there is a win con the other way around. If I can play safe and get another 40% here, then I can time Toon out. Almost loses the stock there, but we're still okay.
Yeah, these next 30 seconds or so are going to really determine a lot of the pace of the whole set, to be quite honest. Let's see if Peanut's able to have an answer for this amazingly well-executed set play.
The tortoise and the tortoise vying for stage control right now. Toon running out of space. You see he puts up those blocks a little bit away from the ledge, and then when they break, he puts up another wall and he steps back a little bit further. Peanut has not found a good answer to that because he's placing it in such a position that you can't jump over because there's a platform in the way.
I also love the little... Oh, that was real scary there. Good block there.
That should be punishable. No! Peanut gets stuck on the platform. You saw him move a little bit there, but wasn't able to find the timing on that drop through. That is huge for Toon.
Crash bomb, shield damage. Another one. This next shield is not going to be very helpful. Okay.
I like that from Toon. He knew he had to just take it. He couldn't afford to shield.
Nope.
And he has the percent lead to use as a resource to just accept that damage.
Okay, we might have an opening here.
A
few resources as well.
Wait a second. 53 seconds on the clock, 129 to 148. This is very winnable for Peanut.
This whole stock right here, whoever gets the kill is very likely going to be getting this game. Do we have another bit of percent to make it a little bit more insured? 36 seconds, and he's still mining.
I think he is trying to set up a last stand here. He is going to mine for as long as he can. You saw he got a brand new pickaxe there, and now this is it. This is where he goes in. He has to get a kill right here, right now, and those are the only blocks he has to do it.
But now he's got walls in his way between him and Mega Man, and using Rush to create space. He is not letting Toon get this stock, and even if he did, he still has an 8% lead, stopping him from having any chance of winning this game. I think Peanut did an amazing job and got game one.
GG's to Peanut, taking game number one in style there. 8% was what ended up being the difference at the very end. Having just that little bit of damage on the extra stock there was huge because it wasn't going to go to a sudden death.
The slow draw of that second stock, the patience, and every time he was able to break a wall and then anticipate some kind of interaction, the ability to play around whatever Steve was hurling at him, anvils, mine carts, whatever it was coming, diamond pickaxe, he was able to really survive through all those things, and that's what made the difference in this game.
And it started out so well for Toon. At the outset of that game, he had, a 50% lead that he kind of held for a while. Peanut really struggled in that second stock for the first couple minutes of it, but as time went on, it was the consistency. The way he was able to find those crash bomb confirms over and over, just getting little bits of damage.
I think the best thing we saw from Toon's side on that game was the double walling. And I think I noticed when that double walling stopped being so much of a consistent thing, that's where we saw the cracks in the armor, so to speak. But, eventually he just was running out of resources, so maybe the double walls didn't seem as worth it.
Yes, they are a very strong tool, but they're expensive. And the way things were going, throwing out those double walls, he wasn't able to get enough resources back to make up for it whenever they went down.
Do you think we had a PS2 ban here, or if this is a personal preference?
I think maybe Peanut realized that was a lot of iron.
Yeah.
Okay, Leaf Blade gets beaten out, and again, an early lead for Toon. You can't feel too much of any kind of way about this, though, because Peanut brought it back the last time, but we're seeing the iron, even on a stage like this, starting to add up in the toolbar.
Yeah, it really also comes from not throwing as many mine carts back-to-back or as many anvils back-to-back, so that is going to build up eventually, and it will open him up to having a little bit more of a egregious aggression later on.
We'll see how that ends up going. As for now, Peanut is just playing slow. Toon is playing those double walls. Again, he is putting walls on that platform, so it's a little bit harder. You see Peanut has to go around it to land on him, which makes it so that he can't cross him up very easily.
Putting that extra fourth block just to make it that much harder to get through. Taking the time out of his day to do so. What do we have?
Crash bomb a little bit off there. Throws the blade.
Wow, that was a lot of stalling there on that back air.
Leaf Blade comes out as well. Peanut starting to throw out more projectiles. As soon as those walls go down, you see the projectile war start, which is why Toon has to throw them up so much. There's some iron in the way that's going to give him more time.
Yeah, those blocks are down. Wall no longer protecting him. Goes right back to it, back to his day job.
The honest 9 to 5 in the mines.
I don't know, honest, but he's definitely putting in work here, going for those diamonds. That down smash cancel almost led into a combo.
That was really nice.
Yeah.
Good awareness from Peanut, recognizing he had that little bit of a gap. Those are those silly little matchup knowledge things that you have to know if you're Peanut, and you have to be aware of if you're Toon. Because Toon has 80-something matchups to worry about where all of them have little things like that. But he does find the kill.
Yeah, I also like the down airs that we have to kind of give an answer to these, the mining behind the wall as well. Something for Steve to think about. That up tilt, another thing for him to think about as he goes into the second stock.
Back to the patient game. Peanut getting the kill was critical there. Doesn't give Toon the opportunity to start walking away with that. Gotta respect the gold tools here. That frame data is egregious. But Toon not really trying to use it for that. Bro just wants to mine.
Okay, and minecarts to the other side, getting a back air for making that wall. Not a strong wall at that, so he can't really sit behind it for too long. Going to try to meet him halfway, but continues to mine as well. Getting back to that corner, getting back to his house. We see a lot of things from Toon revolving around like stopping mining, like feint mining almost, where he pretends to mine for a little bit, but then actually tries to meet you halfway.
You have to catch the entries at some point. If you don't, it'll give Peanut license to just jump on top of you while you're mining. So you end up playing that feint game like you mentioned.
2% differential, though. Peanut first lead of the game.
Peanut slowing it down as soon as he has 2% lead.
That's all
He's
it
like,
takes.
all right, you got to come to me now, bud.
See what we got. That minecart not finding its mark. Aerial after also missing. Peanut running away yet again with this. Catching that minecart option as well. Toon reaching.
And you've got the crash bomb, so he can't really extend off of that. Wasn't in position. And this is starting to walk away. As soon as Toon has to start approaching, he is struggling a little bit. He's got a lot of iron to work with, though.
Oh, we got a crash bomb on deck. Going to ledge. Doesn't get the right invincibility, but the minecart gonna hit. Right back to work.
And Peanut's going to continue throwing those crash bombs at that height. He's hoping to catch Toon jumping. He caught him once. Can he continue to do the same dash attack from Toon? Going to break in, but the Leaf Blade just keeps coming back.
Yeah, Leaf Blade trumping out the minecart in its entirety and went through the wall too. Very useful technique there. Let's see what we got.
Toon trying to stack up the resources. Now he is going low instead of high because he's scared of that crash bomb. Places the wall and actually jumps forward. Now we're seeing the mix-ups coming from Toon trying to find an answer to the way that Peanut is playing Keep Out.
Yep, this 60% now differential gonna make it quite hard here for Toon to make some kind of comeback happen. Diamond is on deck though, but Peanut swinging back, telling him it's not gonna be just about running away. He's got to guess whether he's fainting or not as well.
It's getting scary. 30% only between them. This is one combo for Toon if he can find it, but 90 seconds on the clock. He's got to find it soon.
Yeah, this could be another timeout risk. That back air going to bounce him off the ball. That minecart's still active.
I'm looking at the stocks, though. If Toon can just get the stock as the equalizer, all else could remain even. It's going to be hard at 87, but it's doable. Aggression from Peanut. Is this a good idea?
We live in, though.
I heard someone in the crowd yelling no.
That's going to be it. Stock going to Peanut. He's on his A game now, trying to run away wherever possible, using rush to his fullest. Going to be running away from these diamonds, these back airs, dash attacks, whatever is coming his way. He's got to create as much space as humanly possible if he wants a chance of winning this game.
Ooh. Oh, no.
Only 2% differential. Not quite the 8% we saw before, and still 40 seconds on the clock. Plenty of time for either player to get the lead.
But this is exactly what we were talking about, right? The equalizer of dropping the stock. It doesn't matter that Peanut killed him at 150, Toon killed him at 110, because now it's 0-0. Like you said, 2%. It may be in Peanut's favor, but that's one hit.
It's one hit. It's one sneeze. It's a tickle. It is anything that comes his way.
It is hard.
We are looking for anything 5%.
Oh.
That's double. That's double.
That's still potentially a single aerial. He does have... That is big.
That's huge.
He is no longer one aerial ahead. Now Toon's going to have to hit him a couple of times. 5 seconds on the clock, but he has to play this right. He has to stall it out in the air, and he does so. He gets away with it, and Peanut now up 2-0 against Toon. The same fashion both times.
I know we're seeing a couple timeouts here, but I am so excited. These have been intense last hit situations. Can't believe it's come down to these last bits of time, both chasing each other for the lead. chat going wild right
chat's
now.
going crazy.
People have a certain feeling about timeouts. I think they're hype.
They're very hyped
In the
for
right
that last minute, that's for
context.
sure.
In the right context.
That last 60 seconds goes stupid.
Close timeouts are definitely where it's at.
Really showing the knowledge of the matchup here for Peanut and taking advantage of the weaknesses of Steve, the genuine weaknesses. When he is trying to chase you down, his stats are terrible. Bro is slow.
Yeah.
So he has to use things like that minecart to catch you off guard. He has to get a little silly with it. And Peanut is just playing the air stall game and keeping him from getting any of that started.
And just a really great job. As much as Toon is working to get these mines, Peanut doing great work in breaking down these walls and then also pushing and pushing and pushing to the corner so he can start harassing with down airs as well.
These early games continuing to go Toon's way. Mix up there on the recovery, getting around those blocks. It worked for a moment, but Toon was ready for it. He's got stacks on stacks with this pressure game in the corner. And now Peanut is going to be not quite down a stock, but he is down 100%.
And a lot of momentum as well. That down air not going to meet the mark. 38%. Grabs him at a minecart.
Goes for the back air on the minecart as well. No fear. Does not get hit by the full move there, so he gets to live. But at 150, Peanut has to be very careful.
What are we going to see? Down air stops him from crafting. Bad position here.
Bro loves down air. I also love down air.
Dude, a lot of other characters would kill to have a tool like that against Steve.
You ever play with casuals and you just start throwing out that down air? It feels so good.
Casuals, top 8 of a major, whatever.
They don't know what. Yeah, true. It's good at all levels. You just walk off the stage, you throw that out there, and like, what do I do? It's a disjoint smash attack.
Feinted, building that diamond is going to possibly pay for it here. Another leaf shield. Gets the diamond now. Let's see if he can lose it or not.
Peanut is getting aggressive. He recognizes the importance of this situation. He has to get the kill. And the aggro has been working for him pretty well in these moments as a mix-up. Of course, the critical part being exactly what we just saw, that he is willing to dash back and take his time when necessary. Oh!
Good tomahawk grab there, recognition of the situation. That down air, also great recognition. 0% across the board here. 4 minutes, 50 seconds. Plenty of time for both players.
That was all unanswered. After that stock drop, Peanut got a little more aggressive, and Toon couldn't find anything to do about it.
Can you imagine the statement here to go 3-0 into Toon right now? He wants this win. He does not want to extend this set.
Even in this game, this is advantage Peanut right now, regardless of the percents. He's got the momentum swing. He has figured some stuff out that Toon is struggling to find answers to. Toon's just throwing out blocks, using all of his resources outside of that iron, trying to make something happen.
Yeah, you can look in that chest all you want, buddy. All you're going to find are some tools, but no answers.
41%. Now he's starting to make something happen. Got that up tilt. That's a lot of damage.
Let's see what can Peanut do here. The lead is losing it. A little more gradual of a snowball being built. That forward smash, huge, 100%. Now he's going to have to play the game of never dying and whittling away the stock before he loses it.
Okay.
Back to work.
yeah.
So we have
Peanut is looking for something. I don't know what it is, but he is looking for something here. A misstep from Toon that he can punish. Because he's not pressing after breaking down these walls.
Yeah, we keep getting these minecarts overhead here, and none of them yet have been punished too terribly hard.
We'll watch that TNT back up against the explosive there. Okay for now. 118 though. This is getting away yet again. That momentum has swung back the other way.
And we already have another diamond on deck just in case he needs it for the next stock or the next situation. Leaf shield, not a great one. Wasn't able to get out.
Yeah, I think he was really banking on getting something to connect there. Mining on the TNT. You're scared of the down smash there. A lot of tools that Toon has with that setup. And the minecart is going to take the stock. No emotion from either player. They are locked in right now.
Yeah, we have 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. So definitely enough time, but doesn't want to lose much more of the lead at the same time. Needs to maintain composure. Toon also needs to maintain composure. This is a tight situation for both of them. Toon doesn't want to be sent to losers. Wants to be able to continue his run here in winners.
Good DI from from Peep to not get hit by the back.
That
And
up air is
catches with the
huge!
up air. Great call out from Peepnut. Toon jumped out of the up air, and he paid for it with his life. 69-19 right now, 40% separating these two. Toon needs to hold this lead with 2 minutes left to go.
Yeah, that is honestly plenty of time for either player to make some big plays happen. And right now, Peepnut taking it away, wants to go ahead and go 3-0. Got a crash bomb. Got to leave shield pressure.
It's almost an even game. Toon was able to swing back, and now he swings back a little bit more. That minecart does so much damage.
Oh.
Air dodge from Peepnut gets punished. Second air dodge, he gets away with. Toon goes for the grab.
Okay, we got an up air. What do we have
Oh,
next?
he went to space. Crash bomb not quite going to find its mark. Peepnut dancing around that side special. This one might not go to time.
It might not go to time, but either player is like a hit away. This is the most intense we've had all set.
They pulled up the blade.
Are we going to have a 3-0 and a Mega Man in winners finals?
Now, Toon wants to slow this down as much as he possibly can. He's not even swapping sides of the stage at this point. He's fighting just in that corner, forcing Peepnut to do something. Goes super deep for the forward air. Does find it. No spike hitbox needed, and that is Toon on the board.
No timeout needed either. The pressure of it existed, but was able to get that minecart. I think that was like the first minecart grab we saw, I think, all set?
Yeah, it might be. And he took it. Full advantage of it. Peepnut did not mash out. I think he was trying to go as deep as he could to try to get away. But Toon knew his win con. He knew he had the reaction time to convert.
Yep.
And he succeeded.
Yeah, he would have been able to recover either way, but he definitely went all in for that. Now, being Peepnut after losing that game, you've got to be able to muster up some more energy going into this next one. You know, you can't be deflated after being that close to just going on to winners finals.
And I think that's true of both players.
Sure.
Of course, you got a little bit of an energy boost if you're Toon because you succeeded. But you got to remember, like, he had to do that twice already. Yeah. Now the shoe's on the other foot, and Peepnut counter-picking to PS2.
I have questions.
I don't think those questions are going to be answered. This is fascinating. I am asking him after this. I need to know why he went to PS2.
Yeah, I need to understand these bands.
Bro knows something that I don't.
Okay, TNT going to do us some work and breaking down the walls with us. That's fine.
Just pushing him into the corner, pressing with that TNT. I like the idea. And he's got the lead. He's not playing as defensively as he did the last time he got that tiny lead. I think he's recognized that that is not a consistent win con. Doesn't want Toon to get those early resources. Leaf played the wrong way. That's scary.
Leaf played the wrong way. A grab that was whiffed but unpunished. A minute into the game. Very different than our other ones. Only 16% delivered.
Yeah, we have somehow managed to slow this down even more. Nice set of blocks right there. And Peepnut is just trying to take a little pot shot over the top here, hoping that Toon will walk into it.
Yeah, I think Peepnut is activating a whole new layer of his game here, saying, okay, last game didn't go to time. I think he needs to go to time at this point, right? Like, the 2 games he won were to time. He's going to need to force that issue as much as possible.
Is that the strat?
I think so.
You can only beat Steve if you take him to time. I have seen that strat genuinely. The counter camp strategy.
You're not letting him mine because you are applying pressure, but you are definitely running away from any aggression
you accept that he is going to mine more as a trade-off, and that is something that is a valid strategy. If you just accept that he's going to have diamond tools for the entire game, that he's going to have free access to iron, you can play around that and you can start to abuse his poor movement stats.
Yes. Eventually he does swing out of the corner, so in those moments you just got to try to get your whiff punishes where you can get them.
Peepnut trying to be unpredictable. He doesn't want to just throw that forward air out over the wall because he knows as soon as he breaks it, Toon will be ready to punish.
That L shape that was created was actually kind of big too. If he's able to do that, he does give him some protection from those down airs in the corner.
Yes, it does. I'm scared of any sort of shape like that though because I know Peepnut might just throw out like a down smash on him. True. So you had to be very careful.
You don't want to hold an L while you build an L. something.
Either way, one of these guys is going to have to take an L. The question is, who is it going to be? Peanut is at a slight deficit. Toon has been doing a good job of walling out, getting single hits, no big Steve combos. It is all single forward air, single back air up until this point. We got one up tilt.
Ooh, yeah, got a little bit greedy with that extra back air attempt, but going to be getting back to stage.
There's a big whiff there. That happened one other time. Peanut is getting better at getting past that block formation, not quite going to kill.
What do we see?
Oh, super high, but he can get away with that. Toon has not shown an answer to those high recoveries or even the air stalling from Peanut, so he can kind of play like he's playing Snake. Just always go high until there's a reason not to. Ooh, missed space.
Yeah. Well, we got that Metal Blade back air coming in clutch and a stock lead here going to Peanut in Game 4.
At 181 at that. It took a while to get there, but Peanut found it. Half-hour time has expired exactly, and only the first stock has fallen. I think you might be getting your wish. I think we might be going to time.
It is nothing about a wish. It is just what I think is the play. You know, once you have this lead at these points, it's now on Steve to make plays happen, which is not typically where he wants to be in the match. Just got to exist long enough to make him want to press a button and then dance around what his options are.
Okay, forward throw, going to put him in a terrible spot here. Can you get back? I love that crash bomb, making it hard for Toon to feel comfortable pressing because even a little bit of damage on this extra stock could go such a long way, and he knows it. So accepting like 10% to try to get a reset there is not worth it to him. Good iframes.
That was great recognition from Toon to go to the ledge in that moment.
Oh, there's your 2.5%.
There's your 2.5. We'll take it to the bank.
That is it. There's sort of like break points here. There's the stock break point. Yep. There's any damage on the next stock, right? Like we saw how much that mattered. And then the next break point is that single forward air, that single back air.
Yep. The one crash bomb that like gets him to shield.
Exactly. So that is what Peanut is going to be looking for, and he finds it.
Now, can he keep this up for another 2 minutes while holding onto the stock as long as possible? Running away from the poor stats of Steve is going to be the play.
Peanut's shield does not exist at this point. It is not worth using 99% of the time. We saw one little flicker a second ago, but otherwise, you don't want to give Steve the opportunity to press an up tilt on your shield to get that free mix-up.
I'm sorry. As a Mega Man fan, I am loving what I'm seeing here.
No bias. He is playing the boss fight.
Yeah.
Jumping around, he's platforming.
Boss fight indeed, but that forward air not going to be enough.
It was very close. The next one will probably do it.
Oh,
now we see the shield come out for a second, and as soon as we do, Toon goes for the grab. He sees the opportunity, but Peanut doesn't fully give it to him.
Yeah, looking for this grab because that's an up throw, right? That's something somewhat simple that can possibly get him the kill. But 50% and a minute left. He has to make a play happen in the next 10, 15 seconds if he wants this to be possible.
Yeah, he is running out of time. Of course, he could always get a big up tilt combo at the beginning of the next stock, but the way
he's playing is not going to let that happen.
You're not going to be on the ground to get up tilted.
No way.
And look at that block usage. Toon is running out of blocks. He is desperately trying to get this kill
true.
here. He has to stop.
This is huge.
There's no walls being placed anymore. This is just a straight up boxing fest.
Up air, not even that's going to be enough.
Peanut is playing a master class right now. So patient, just barely out of Toon's
Up air
reach.
again, 190%. His first stock has not been taken at 34 seconds left on the clock.
Toon is desperate right now. What a call out with the up smash. Finally gets called out on a down air, but 100% deficit.
Oh my
And
God, that's got to be it, right?
GG's.
We have Mega Man in winners finals of this major.
What a find with those iframes, stacking knockback there, catching Toon off guard, taking this extra stock, and there is nothing Toon can do. Peanut is going to move on to winners finals, 3-1 over Toon. GG's and a handshake. What a set.
Incredible counterplay there from every single slice of that neutral. Every point of those matches was beautifully played from both sides, but really well executed from Peanut there at every single point.
Bro, I just saw Zombo walk by and shake his head. He knows what's coming. But speaking of Zamba, we're ready to move on here. I know it's been a long time. We might have forgotten that there's other people in this bracket. But off to a good start. 58% on Mutace, who's getting juggled. That floatiness is a little bit difficult.
Yep, gonna finally get some stage control footing back here in center stage. But Zamba swinging big, getting this down throw, up, tilt, charge up smash. Not gonna hit what he wanted to see there.
Really wanted that air dodge. And if he gave it to him, that would have been the stock. I feel like Mutace is in a position there where he can't get a big punish, so I can understand Zamba playing that risk-reward game. Now it's Mutace's turn.
First stock trying to make a statement right here.
That is a very Zamba thing to do.
For sure.
Make the statement on stock one. Get yourself that mental lead. Get yourself the momentum in the set. And great punish there. If you don't get hit by one, I'm going to make sure you get hit by the other. The gyro forcing that out. And that is going to be the first stock on Zamba's side.
Yep, Zamba opted to go high here. 128. Let's see if Mutace is able to bring it back. Taking a little bit of damage along the way, though. Has gyro in hand. Almost like a turn up. Going to lose, though. Oh, that downer almost hitting the side B bomber.
Mutace trying to mix things up, using that float, being very careful. You see that spacing, trying to get Zamba to press buttons, but Zamba is spacing a little bit further away. He has more range, and he's taking advantage of it.
Let's see what this turnup's got something to say about the situation. That up air going to find the mark. 83% extra credit, though. A lot to have to make a comeback on this down throw. Not going to get the up tilt he was looking for.
A good mash there from Mutace, getting out at that percent where that is still feasible. But now he is at a percent where if he gets down thrown again, it's going to be a lot harder. Let's see what happens. Yep, sure enough, that does come out. Does air dodge out of the up air, gets through it with some fantastic timing, getting a combo of his own. The crown pushing him deep off stage.
64 for one string, dude. Unreal.
It's a peach combo right there. You better be glad it was only 64.
Right. He didn't have a full stage to work with.
Exactly.
Oh, the footstool doesn't get the double jump, though. Mutace lives to fight another day. Gyro going to interrupt it. Yep.
That's been the name of the game off stage. Zamba using that gyro, not necessarily to hit Mutace. If it does hit Mutace, it's a bonus. It's more about getting Mutace to recover a specific way so that he can punish that recovery.
Okay. Down throw back air, 100% on the board. Pretty close game as all things considered, given how it started.
Well, he wants that up B. Mutace looking for something there. Not able to find it the first time around. He does have multiple items to play with now because he has that gyro. Gets the throw, but it's just a juggle reset here.
Yeah. Probably opts to figure it's going to be the same way one way or another. If you throw him off stage, he's just going to go up high anyway.
Right.
So at least this way he's a little bit closer and having to deal with a mix-up right away.
Yeah, I see the vision there. 140 on Zamba, refusing to die early. Up tilt, up air, playing the DI minigame, but at this percent, it really doesn't matter. It's more about damage. 74% on Mutace. Got to find an answer.
Yeah, but Zamba not willing to give him one. Almost getting the kill there, but sending him full screen instead. Not the right direction he wanted to head in. Turn up, coming back to save the day. Laser, not going to do it. Ran out of gas. Up there long enough.
It's been a while since I've seen one of those out of Zamba, but it has to happen eventually. Nothing you can be too worried about at this point. He's got the lead, but Mutace now has that win condition. You know, if you can get a combo started on this side of the stage, that may be why he was hovering there. But on the other side of things, if you mess up the DI minigame, that is going to be game number one with a JV2 on Zamba's favor.
Simple bread and butter, up tilt, up air, closing out that game one.
Zamba looking poised. Very comfortable through that game number one. Going to be hard for Mutace to crack that armor, I think. A lot of it just coming down to the neutral spacing, the decision-making there, where Zamba is playing in such a way that Mutace doesn't have the opportunities to mix him up, to mind game him.
Yeah, there's usually a lot of neutral control that Mutace will get out of being able to float back and forth, and these lasers and gyros are just making that pretty difficult to maintain.
Oh, well, there's an opportunity.
Big damage here coming from Mutace, 67%, 82 and growing. Really big opening there. Much different than our last game.
Zamba is doing a good job of landing. There's so many situations like this where he has to go high, but he can get away with it, whether it's because he's carpet bombing with those gyros or if he's just playing the honest landing game. We've seen that as well. It's been difficult for Mutace to chase him down.
Have a big lead here for Mudace. Let's see what he's able to make out of it. He did have some struggles in the last game, not getting damage, but securing kills.
Yes, for sure. And that is a bit of a Peach problem. If she can't get something like that forward air at the ledge, up air at 150 after the hit is not going to be enough.
We might be looking for some back airs at this point. A strong nair, looking for that roll in, but Zamba not going to give it to him.
And again, another situation. Mudace was trying to play the mind game. It was those floats you were talking about, trying to create neutral control, but Zamba's just waiting it out. He knows he has the range advantage. He knows that he can outbox, and so that's exactly what he's doing. Finally, a stock falls.
There's that back air, landing it, 77%. Not going to give him that. We are going to see a, not on SD because gas.
Yeah, we got plenty of gas in the tank. No worries here.
Still scary and good damage and advantage state here. Stage control for Mudace.
Was a little bit precarious there. It was down to 2 bars. Gotta be careful. Down to 2 bars again. Needs to land. Mudace not letting him. He's going to run out of gas in a second here.
Yeah, this is a much, much different game than game 1. Still, Mudace hasn't even crossed the 100% mark until I say that and gets back aired and dies almost full screen.
For anyone who doesn't know, by the way we're able to tell how much gas he has, it is actually a visual on the side of Rob. You can see the color of the lighting. It gets more and more red as he runs out.
Yeah, there's those blue lines here right now signifying that he has full gas, and you're going to see those kind of draining, becoming red and blinking as they are lowering. I'll try to point it out later if it happens again.
Oh, we got a stitch. What are you going to do with it? Some people are scared to... Oh, he's not scared to use the stitch. I have seen people get those stitches like, I don't want to deal with whatever happens here, and they just get rid of it. But now we are playing such a difficult game. That's a lot of shield damage for Zamba, but he gets away with it. Now he has time to regen that shield, and a little bit aggressive with the side B. Mudace coming back to stage, controlling that stage, pulling another turn up, trying to force the low recovery, but Zamba just goes higher.
Yeah, we see Zamba really looking for any way to get this swing back in his favor here. Looking for those side Bs earlier, looking for a spike earlier. Mudace is not at a percent where many things will kill. Maybe a combo into an up air at some point going on now, but that back air from full screen going to be enough, and only 90% on Mudace.
It has been a very precise, slow game plan from Mudace, but he is whittling away at Zamba, and critically, he has gotten past that challenge that you pointed out from the last game of finding the kills.
Wow, he just skirts by right there, not getting up aired, but that one going to find the mark. 0% apiece on this last stock of game 2.
Great coverage from Zamba, being able to refresh that situation. Really a sign of a top player when you see things like that, where you go for a 50-50, where if you get it wrong, you still have advantage because of your positioning, because of your timing.
That's a rare miss there on the down throw from Mudace. Not going to get much, and actually gets reversaled for that situation, but gets a down a reversal of his own. 66%, not so bad here, but wants to definitely get a lot more damage to maybe add a little more pressure here while he's got Zamba in the corner.
There's that float pressure. Speaking of, it's starting to be a little bit more effective for Mudace, maybe finding the timing a little better, creating pressure on Zamba where now he maybe doesn't feel like he can play that spaced game as comfortably anymore.
Okay, really tight situation at this point. That back air definitely could have been enough to do it, but the down air going to be trumping it out.
Forward air not quite going to land. Mudace caught in startup there, but super even game. Mudace brought it back very well in this game, but Zamba answered in kind, and now it is down to that last hit, where Zamba has historically been a little bit stronger.
Yeah, there's a lot of situations here where Zamba's going for these back airs, but the speed of Peach's neutral air, speed of the back air, going to be trumping it out, and that back air going to be taking game 2.
That was so close as well. The DI, if it had been just slightly better, would have been enough to keep you alive there, but not quite meant to be. Mudace taking game number 2, keeping it even in the set, and I'm curious what our counter pick will be.
I'm thinking maybe a bit of a bigger stage, perhaps. I do think. I mean, I don't want to help them decide here. That's the thing.
It's interesting because we started on small battlefield, and then Mudace took us to Bastion for game number 2.
Yep.
So maybe thinking more about platform layouts than we're thinking about stage sizes.
Let's see what we're going to do here.
Well, they're looking at the
list.
the list here. For anyone who doesn't know, by the way, the reason we keep seeing people look at those is because we actually have the rule set on the back of the sign-in cards, which is very cool to have.
Yeah, just another classy feature of the EMG events.
Yeah,
You're
I
really
always like
thoughtful, for sure. You don't have to worry about having Wi-Fi or what your phone battery's at to
Yep.
go look it up. You have it right around your neck at all times.
It's so handy to have it on the lanyard. But we are going back to small battlefield. Could be something specific that he likes about the stage, or it could just be as simple as, I won here, run
Yeah.
it back.
Why not? If it ain't broke, go back to it.
Good start from
gets a
Mudace.
grab.
Shades of game number 2, and a little bit more there, 75%. It doesn't matter if you can't walk the plank all the way across the stage, because you can juggle him in the air.
A lot of great damage, 101% unanswered in just 20 seconds of this game 3.
What a way to
Wow.
start this out. Now juggling him with his own item on top, and the counter. Even Toad is getting involved in this game number 3.
How is Zamba going to answer this 126%? Are we even going to get an answer for that matter?
Going back throw for positioning here. It's working out really well. Mudace has been so strong in the corner all of a sudden, making it very hard for Zamba to get these high recoveries started. Maybe that's the answer.
Yeah.
You don't try to stop the high recovery. You try to stop him from recovering at all.
You try to stop the landings of those high
Yeah.
recoveries. Yeah. Really big focus here from Mudace.
Dot eyes?
So much damage on the board, but we need to see a stock close soon. Otherwise, Zamba is going to claw his way back. That fair going to be the one to do it.
Great early stock from Mudace there. Zamba, though, has a lot of tools to bring it back. He just needs one combo and then one kill confirm, and he can do everything he needs. However, Mudace is not turning down the Octane. He has zone broken, and he will not leave.
Oh, going to be getting back with that. Getting another grab for his troubles. Nair, that'll be fine, but gets grabbed himself. What do we see here? Oh, went for another big up smash.
I get it. You're pretty far down at this point. If you had gotten that, it would have been the equalizer. So it makes sense with the way that Mudace has been playing, and air dodge could have come out there. But Mudace, very disciplined. He's playing reactionary with those air dodges, not preemptively, and so it wasn't successful. But
Yeah.
the back air, the patented,
Yeah.
still going to close it out.
Going to catch that landing for sure, but 60%. Still a pretty good lead here. Zamba fighting his way back. Now only a 5% differential. Managed to find his way back in this game 3.
Mudace looking for an opportunity to pull the turnip. Zamba knew it, got the punish, has evened things
Wow.
up, but unfortunately the scramble did not go his way. But now we are in up air range, and look at that. The game is back to even with that incredibly strong opening from Mudace. Zamba still delivers.
I see all these moves just barely not getting whiff punished. I know Mute must be doing some type of way, but he's got to stay composed, avoid these nukes of the back air.
Ooh,
Beautiful
great
air
dodge.
dodge.
Wow.
Holy mackerel.
I got hit by that.
We all got hit by that. That hit the whole audience.
But you know who didn't get hit by that?
Mudace.
Now we're playing this game again, trying to just slightly hurt Zamba's recovery.
You saw the sparks on that forward air.
Yeah, that was scary. Okay, Gyro was offline there. It's going to be harder for Zamba to get down. Good parry on the Nair, but it was safe from Mudace. Great
Whoa,
landing.
that did not look like it should have killed, but just barely going to be able to get that one done.
It's definitely not a hit that Zamba was expecting, so it's hard
Yeah.
to DI that. And now we are back into this early percent. This is where Mudace really thrives, where his character excels, those early combos.
Able to roll past that back air. Forward tilt, not going to be enough. The big fist didn't get the job done.
Not the giant fist.
What do we got here? Oh, that could have been game almost. Okay,
Ooh.
great up there, outspacing the Nair.
Barely at the end of that float as well. Good coverage from
Ooh.
Zamba, but it actually does not kill. The
That'll
fade out
do it.
not going to work out. Too active.
3 minutes left on the clock on the last stock here.
Yeah, I don't expect us to go to time, but that is something to think about. Something that
It's in
Mudace
it's
can
in
play
their
toward,
mind,
right?
for sure.
Exactly. It forces Zamba to do something eventually, but he's still in the something eventually territory, and just like that, he doesn't have to do anything anymore except hold his lead. And now Mudace got to be sweating a little bit more because you lost that advantage, and the back air comes out. Zamba clutching it out.
Rush one time back to this back to stage, holding in on that last hit led to that back air being able to more easily connect.
It's so easy to have the slightest slip of concentration in those situations, or to guess wrong one time on a mix-up, deciding, you know what, I'm going to try to rush back to stage because I think he's going to go for a setup here. And either way, when it goes wrong, that back air killed him at what, 70% before the hit?
Yeah.
Really tough situation to be in if you're Mudace.
For those things, it's all about where you're getting hit. And you are pretty far out there.
And now we take it back to Hollow Bastion. This is the scene where Mudace was able to take the W. Can he do it again?
Not as big of an explosive start just yet.
Ooh, tries to react to the down tilt trip. Zamba not able to find it. Mudace with an opportunity with another juggle, and again punishing the landing instead of punishing the actual return to stage.
Hit where they're going, not where they are.
Yes, exactly.
The Space Invader. Let's see here. Going to be able to get down here, but that back air finding its mark yet again.
Now Zamba on the front foot. 92%. Mudace is probably going to struggle to get this stock. It's going to be a little bit unless he gets a big read here. Trying to force him to recover to the right there, but Zamba slides under the turnip, gets back to the stage. Mudace just holding center stage, hoping to make something crack.
Mudace fighting for his winner's bracket life with every single hit. Zamba wanting to win this 3-1 and advance to a robotic winners finals. That up air, not going to be enough, but barely doesn't kill.
Yeah, got the DI right there for Mudace, but that back air putting him in such a bad spot.
He just went out there.
Sure enough, as soon as you are in that terrible deep location, Zamba ready to go super deep, ready to take the stock, and now it is 3 stocks to 1. Mudace on the cusp of being sent down to losers.
And a stitch face hopefully here for Mudace to save the day, but we're going to see if Zamba can avoid it. Staying up there as long as humanly possible.
Both of them playing so slow around this. It's
There
like the
we go.
Pac-Man bell right now. Just hold shield and pray. Mudace is able to get the kill, but this is so tough.
Good pressure. Oh, that could have been huge.
Great nair there from Zamba. Usually you expect an up air to the ledge there, but instead Zamba recognizing Mudace's positioning and goes for the nair mix-up.
These fares barely looking like they should be missing, but here we are. Good read there on the tech in. It's not even on the screen. All right.
The crowd very kindly
Enthusiastic.
pointing out the amount of damage that we had for a second there. But the amount of damage is very much in Zamba's favor right now. 93 on this stock. If Mudace finds a miracle, he can still pull this back.
Oh, yeah. Peach is definitely a character that can make damage come out of thin air, make stock leave out of thin air, but needs to find this stock first if that's ever going to be possible.
He wants the up air, but the up air won't even kill at that percent. Maybe if Zamba is very high in the air, trying to bait him out. Again, he's back to that level 1, what you talked about, trying to make Zamba do something with that float movement.
All right, what do we got?
Oh, that was a chance.
Oh, but a little bit of panicking here.
Just goes for the throw here. Needs a little bit more than that. These juggles are not getting kills.
Every disadvantage going up to the sky to waste a little bit more time. Frustrate Mudace that much more. We're at 115 for Mudace. Zamba looking like he's going in for some kill here. Great double parry here from Mudace, but
running out of shield.
Something's got to give.
That shield is super low. Finally gets the stock. 115, 124, stuck in the corner. Zamba trying to close it out before Mudace gets a chance. Finally back to the neutral, and not just that, has a bit of an advantage.
What do we have?
Ooh, that's the grab starter. Doesn't have a turnip though, so can't get
re-grab.
too much. Okay. No reset on the platform.
Oh, man.
It does find an opening. Oh,
Man.
no. This could be it right here.
No combo, but needs to get their feet back on the ground still.
Air dodge, super risky from Mudace. Gets away with it. Now forcing Zamba high one last time. Will this be the chance? The opportunity. Drops the shield early on the down air, expecting Mudace to fade out. Mudace being super aggressive right now. We are back to an even game.
Unbelievable play from Mudace. What are we going to see?
So patient from both sides. We saw the back air starting to come out, but Mudace out-framed us with the forward air. Again, that high recovery from Zamba. Unpunished, but we got the gyro. Sends him into the corner.
All the answers, the parry, the regrab of the gyro.
Oh,
And the back air gonna take it! Mudace still alive in this set, taking it to game 5 after being down, what, 3 stocks that game?
What a comeback from Mudace.
Slow and methodical. Every situation answered.
Yeah, I said he needed a miracle, but you know what?
He had like 7.
There was no miracle there. It was all honest gameplay. Like you said, every single one of those hits was calculated. There was no defining moment. It was just outplay after outplay. The mix-ups on the shield pressure, the timings.
There was a laser that got parried into catching the gyro, into chasing the landing, into it just everything that needed to go right just happened, and this is why I think Mudace has this tournament.
Immaculate. But now, you got to do it one more time.
But not being down 2 stocks is a lot easier than it was last game. This first stock is going to be a huge pacemaker for this set and for the rest of the bracket. What are we going to see?
I'm so scared.
Yeah, that was so intense.
I think this one's going to be a little bit more aggressive after that last one, at least this first stock, because you had such slow gameplay. You spent so much mental energy on that, and now you have the resources to work with to be a little bit more aggressive.
And you need this first stock to go your way on both sides.
It's such a risky calculus, though, because being aggressive, you can get called out for it. You can get punished. Now things are starting to slow down a little bit. Zamba got that early lead, and now he's trying to play to it.
Yeah, you don't want to be in the situation again where you're down 3 stocks and having to make another miracle happen like that. Those come once in a blue moon, so Mudace does not want to be giving up these stocks at all to make this game at least winnable without, the little limited amount of energy they probably have left at this point.
Mudace's down air usage is so good. The way he's able to mix up where he goes when he hits the shield with it to make it hard for Zamba to get a proper punish has done wonders for his survivability in this set.
Back air, but hitting from center stage isn't going to be enough. Nair, not going to be enough. Laser avoided. Gyro avoided. We're back on the ledge. Ooh. That grab will be enough to secure the stock. Oh, I am lying. That DI was on point.
Well, we will see. Can he close it out? Zamba has been very good deep off stage. Neither of them have been super good at being able to find kills off of the ledge, but super deep is where Zamba is thriving.
Let's see what we have here. This next situation could define the whole set here. Fair, not going to kill. 184 on Peach.
Forces him super high. The double turnips coming out there. Mudace has to be a little bit careful of his own projectiles if Zamba is able to grab them. But 139, not going to be enough to kill. Zamba gets away with it. The double
Nair. Amazing pressure there. Catching the out of shield option. So much shield safety. Going for a footstool Nair. We're not going to get the timing down right there.
That is the cerebral gameplay of Mudace. The reason that double Nair works is because he doesn't expect it. Zamba has been conditioned to see specific strings of shield pressure. Now Mudace is mixing them up, manages to just barely get back to stage. How is he still alive at 206 and taking Zamba's stock first?
Are we going to see a big combo to get that lead stretched even further?
We'll see how it goes. Gyro not going to kill, not across stage, not there. Good parry from Mudace again.
Just waiting, waiting and blocking. Such great patient play. That shield is, however, getting low.
He's searching. He wants an opening.
And here we go.
Oh, the drop. Good spot dodge from Zamba.
Great parry in the middle of it all. Another Nair not going to kill. 222% on Mudace.
I can't believe Peach is still alive. I don't know how many lead ball bearings she put in her shoes before this set, but they are putting in work right now. Gyro at the ledge, going to be really hard to deal with. You see that up air coming out just to get rid of it. Raise the roof on him, but the roof is falling right back down. Mudace finally getting dropped with that down throw.
3 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock, and that was the first stock Mudace lost.
Insane. It took an up throw at
240?
240 to take it.
On a missed side B bomber. And
he's still got the advantage. He's still pressing, not trying to play the slow game. And I think I agree with that because this faster game plan, not letting Zamba set up with Gyro, has been working really well.
Zamba's starting to feel this pressure, but going to have some pressure of his own.
Gotta watch out. Hang on a second. Gyro in play.
Oh,
trying to
God.
bounce him into it. Does exactly that. Tosses the gyro. Forces him low. Preemptive with the down air. Mudace more than happy to wait it out. Back throw into the corner with ye.
The chat, the audience coming alive. I'm sure the chat's going wild too right now.
Air dodges past the laser. Zamba not able to do anything with it that time. He's been so good at punishing those air dodges on the projectiles. But this time, Mudace gets away with it. Tries to catch the gyro, but he misspaced. And now he runs into it. And all because you misspaced. You're in a terrible situation right now. The level of precision that is required to stay alive in this game.
Such a scary situation. Nair finding the mark, getting a second stock and a stitch face on this last stock. But this up throw might be enough. Not enough.
Quite.
166, no rage to help out here. Fair going to miss as well. Peach living to see another day. Nair, not enough
lose
as
that
well.
stitch face, though.
Yeah.
That is a boon to Zamba, not having to deal with that. We've seen how scared he's been of it, and for good reason. It already took a stock. We'll see. Maybe we'll get another miracle. Now it's Zamba's turn to try to make something happen, and he does exactly that with the Nair. It is last stock, Game 5 here on Winter Semifinals.
If you're rooting for Mudace, I need to hear it in the crowd. If you're rooting for Zamba, he needs to hear it as well. This is the last stock of the set with 1 minute and 30 seconds, 80% in Mudace's favor. A combo, pressure, all coming in line with him right now.
7% on Mudace. He has got a minute and 20 left. Zamba needs to make something happen because Mudace can choose to slow this down at any point. He's being pretty aggressive still, and I don't think that that's a bad thing. But at some point, he's probably going to back off. And when he does that, it may be too late for Zamba.
And this lead is only ever growing. Some Hail Marys will need to be pulled, but
Ooh,
again,
the gyro.
you can't be too risky here. More and more and more damage leading on to Mudace's lead. 50 seconds left on the board. Gyro adding to it as well.
Mudace still being very careful, trying to shark these landings, but not overextending on it. There's an opportunity for Zamba. Forces the high recovery, forces out the float. No resources left for Mudace, but he gets to the platform. He is safe. He outspaces the Nair. Mudace is on another level right now.
What are we going to see? How is this going to end up? 27 seconds left.
Now Mudace is slowing down. You can see it. He doesn't want to overextend. Even still, he's getting hits.
16 seconds.
Oh, the air dodge. That could have been it.
That is
going
it.
to be it. And Mudace with the most precise Peach gameplay I have seen in a long, long time. Managing to outspace Rob's aerials.
Everything.
In
The
neutral.
kitchen sink was being thrown at him. Able to maneuver around everything. Parry what it needed to parry. Get the hits where he needed out when you have them.
But being heavy could be a really good thing. And be like
Higher,
shield art. Yeah.
Well, a higher percent,
Yeah,
then you're
like-
not throwing out your anvils.
Shield art when you're at like 200%. What are they going to do about it?
Mhm.
Just use no blocks. It's an entire bar of iron.
Mhm.
You weigh like 250 units.
When you're at really low percent, you don't want iron at all, so
Yeah.
you don't even mind.
You're just a
Uh-huh.
floaty at that point.
You're just fast and quick.
This could be the way that we keep Steve from mining. The most complicated possible way. But it could be the way. As we get into game number 1, it's Sonics versus Toon as we
Just kidding.
immediately reset.
Just kidding. Maybe he realized he didn't. Oh, no, he has a Reclaimer tag. Again,
Oh,
the wrong
not
tag.
again.
Sonic's rushing. It got to go fast right into the set without picking the right tag.
At least he realized.
He's saying this is the second time he did this today.
That's such a great win animation. He builds a house on him.
So maybe that Apollo Kage tag wasn't on purpose, and it just didn't
Yeah,
matter.
he did change it back after that game.
Okay. I didn't actually pick
But
up on
that
that.
goes really hard. You
That
have
he
the
won
wrong
anyway.
controls and you win anyway. I imagine it must have been incredibly similar.
Dude, I can't play at all. Like, I can adjust to some things, but one of the things I can't adjust to are I play tap jump off, so if tap jump's on, I'm messed
Oh,
up.
yeah, it's
and,
over.
I play L jump, so if I don't have L jump, I'm
No,
messed
I
up.
feel that. I'm Z jump. So I understand the pain. You're just cooked at that point. This is why I don't play Melee.
True.
I try to jump with the Y button. Like, what is going on? All right, now for real. Game number 1 here. It's Toon versus Sonics. And the aggressor, of course, is Sonics. Going with the deep bear, already reminding Toon, I know your gimmicks. I know what you're trying to do to me. But Toon answering right back. This time he does get to do up tilt combos.
Where are you going with these setups right now?
Yeah, bro is cooking something. You cannot roll. You got to wait that out. And that gave Toon some opportunity to set up a little bit more. But look at that movement. That right there is a critical thing in the matchup. That burst goes vertical.
Those ups. Here we go. Pretty good lead here for Sonics. Not going to have too many combos to bring this 30% differential back, so going to need a couple of hits here.
And now we are back to putting those blocks right under the platform so that Sonics can't use that spin dash to go over it. Tries to wait it out so hard, but Toon was ready, knew exactly when he was going to swing.
Exact high score right now. Oh, there it goes.
And it's gone.
Yeah, it was nice while it lasted.
Bro, that up tilt is insane with cold tools. Yeah, it's plus on shield, by the way.
Jump in here. Jump in here.
Do
Just
not get hit by that ever. You will explode.
You ever see that Simpsons episode of Bart and Lisa fighting? And he's like, I'm just going to move my arms, and if you jump into it, that's your fault.
That's so real. That's how I play basketball.
Yep. Gonna go.
Ooh.
Yep. Really good spacing for those up tilts to come out, making it harder for Sonics to get back to his footing. Doing the same thing with the sword. Kind of scrapping back and forth here, not doing too much mining. Just trying to fight Sonics out for trying to take stage control too quickly.
Toon is really leaning into having these gold tools. Not even mining. He doesn't want to get rid of them because he has such great frame data and they're so fragile. And that down air putting in work again, making it very hard for Sonics to get anything started.
Yeah, gonna have a 2-stock lead pretty soon if Sonics doesn't do something different.
I suspect Toon has probably been VOD reviewing their set from Eugene Bound.
Oh, yeah.
The way he's playing, he seems so aware of Sonics' options.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's Sonics. He's done
Right.
the same thing. But clearly going the way of Toon here. Dash attack, not enough yet. Next interaction could be it. So Sonics has to be able to be careful, get back to center stage, and make some big plays. Going through that anvil, that could have been curtains for this stock.
I think one of the big factors here is going to be the long game. Not just because of the stamina. I feel like both of these players are going to be fine there. But because great punish there on the breaking axe, good awareness from Sonics. Because players of Sonics' caliber, when you are those top 5, top 10 players in the world, you know the adaptation is going to be next level.
Yeah.
So can you, even if you are winning at the beginning, keep it up for an entire 5-game set?
Up throw, going to be enough to take it, and 61% extra credit. Here we go. Let's see if Sonics can bring it back. Okay.
Oh, I like that forward air.
Good tech, but able to maintain the pressure as well.
Yeah, that is very hard to tech.
Has to be super careful. Diamond on board. Doesn't want to take a free 60, 70% for any little hit. Definitely wants to get this stock out of the way before taking on this damage.
Well, speaking of that percent, there's 63 right there. That anvil doing so much all on its own. Sonic's not able to get a double up air combo there. He does get the forward air for stage control. Playing back and forth here, but he needs to get the kill. To your point, he is already at a deficit.
Oh, wow. Barely whiffing that forward smash there, but that forward tilt going to bring it back. 3 minutes on the clock still, 63%. Not too bad.
Sonic spacing out, using those large moves, using that F smash. It is so disjointed. It is so safe. A great tool to break through the blocks. But he's got to be careful about how he does it because that minecart can come through at any time. Low materials.
Go ahead and get that diamond, though. I think we're going to go back to scrapping for a little bit.
You've got one block to your name tune. This is where Sonics might execute. Okay, he's got a few more, but sure enough, Sonics does make something happen. 37%. That's a start.
Okay, still got plenty of time on the board. Gonna take some damage where it's given.
I like the attempt on the back air there. Good low recovery from Toon as well. Getting back to stage, but Sonics is starting to come back. Got to be careful. Got to get some blocks.
Oh, that up tilt back air, not gonna be able to combo. Gonna go for a grab. Keep him out of the shield. Another anvil trap here getting set up, but nothing actually hitting Sonic's ledge hang. Notoriously safe.
Yes, and Sonics knows exactly how to take advantage of that. Waiting it out until it's his time to strike, using the iframes to get past that down smash, and now taking it back to Toon. Using that minecart, using that anvil, and one last piece of iron to his name. Toon finds another minecart, and he finds game number 1.
Sonic's first seed at risk of getting a fifth if he's not able to turn the set around. That game, though, very competitive, very close. It was 3-1 the last time they played. This could be that one.
Yes, it could. We'll see. We'll see if Sonics can adapt. He looked pretty good in that last stock. The aggression was paying off.
It's just that one minecart slipped past him.
And that 63% right at the beginning of the stock was also very difficult to overcome. So if he can avoid those up tilt combos, 2 of his stocks started with up tilt combos. If he can avoid those, it will go a long way for him because the combos really aren't there at higher. Okay.
All right. Just going to get it out of the way.
How is that also 63%? That is insane. That is just the magic number, it would seem, for Toon Steve. It doesn't matter how you start, you end in the same place. All combo trees lead to me.
Yeah, it is inevitable. All right, 79% almost unanswered.
This is exactly what Sonics is going to be trying to avoid. Now he has to play so much better. Yes, you're not going to get comboed anymore, but you already took all that damage, so you're going to be clawing from a deficit.
Low recovery, getting back just fine. Some damage coming, but that forward smash seeming safer than it really, or is safer than it seems.
Now Toon just has to play his honest game. Unfortunately, Sonics is not letting him do that. Has just about evened this up. Toon trying to get back to ledge, throwing out a couple of aerials, just keeping Sonics honest, keeping him from overextending. Great jab there.
Yeah, no, Toon has some really good recognition of when things are whiffing and how to cover himself safely afterward.
Spot dodge past the ledge, gets away with it. Sonics does not get the timing on the 2-frame. Does get the back throw, though, on the follow-up. Hoping for a back air there, but once again, Toon didn't give it to him until it came back to stage. Finally, one of those is going to land for Sonics, and it's going to give him a lead after a difficult start.
Now, our thing is going to slow down, not going to have to jump in so much. We are going to see Toon here mining a little bit, getting that up smash and the kill, evening it up right away.
And now we see those diamonds back online. We've got a full pickaxe to work with. We've got some gold on the back as well, just in case. So many resources for Toon. Sonics needs to play this perfectly. He needs to avoid that move right there. Oh, and we got the extensions.
Is that a kill? Almost.
Hey, at least it wasn't 63% this time.
Yeah, it was almost like an entire
It was
stock.
worse, but, you know.
At least our OCD is happy.
Pros and cons.
Yeah.
You get some, you lose some. Okay, Sonic's trying to fake out, trying to get Toon to press a button. Toon is not willing to do that. He's just spacing behind his block because he knows it's going to be hard for Sonics to break through it.
Looking up. Okay. Sort of taunting there.
Yeah, bro is just waiting.
You can say it's taunting, but he could have also up tilted at any one of those points, but he's holding up. So it's like optimized taunting.
There is genuinely something to be said for creating little bits of animations, so it's harder for your opponent to react as quickly to actual animations.
Yeah, I do see things like that in Street Fighter a lot.
Yeah,
where they do
jab
fidget
check.
or they do fidget walking.
Yeah. Jab checks are super common in a game like Street Fighter because you don't want your opponent to just react to motion. You want them to react to a specific motion, which is inherently slower.
Taking notes and taking notes. That anvil going to be enough to take the stock. We are fighting for our lives out here.
Again, it was Sonics who has found himself on the back foot. Toon answering back very well on that stock. Ooh, good recovery from Toon. Sonics thought he was going to hop out of the minecart, but he didn't do it. Great nair.
And again, 0% apiece. This is how the second stock also started.
It just
These
keeps
guys
ending up this way.
Yeah, these guys are going toe to toe with each other every given point of this match.
You know what, though? No blocks. Oh, no, not the tax.
no.
Not the taxes coming back for Sonics in game number 2. That is tragic. Because he accidentally air dodged off stage, he didn't have the height to air dodge back. He had no resource.
And that block just extra insurance there to make sure it made it that much harder. Are we going to see another PS2 pick? Or are we going to have that video essay coming soon?
Either way, this is not the first time Sonics has found himself in this position today on stream. Up against Monty, he was down, he was looking a little bit out, and he brought it all the way back. And now we have to ask, can he do it again? This is a notorious Sonics thing.
Yeah, how much more core do you have to reach into? What layer is he on? Like 37. Like,
Yeah, he's deep in there. Sonics has a very bad habit of game 5s. So we'll see if the same thing happens or if Toon can take advantage of what he's been given. They have been very even games, but at the end of the day, Toon won both times around.
yeah, what a sentiment this is going to be if the Arcadian champ can get the win on the first seed of the actual bracket.
Yeah, if he makes it to top 4 as well,
Yep.
is truly a statement. If Pibna is the only man powerful enough to defeat him.
The only one that can save us. But let's see, Sonic still has a fighting spirit left.
Toon back to his old ways. He has still got that stamina. He is still playing slow. That is the win con. Sonics needs to do more of the same. He needs to be careful.
Okay. Not going to be enough to get the kill, though. Anvil on the way down. I saw that in Arcadian 2 where he does Anvil and shields on the way down. Really,
Yeah, it's really interesting.
crazy.
It's like, what do you do about
Yeah,
it?
interesting is
Like
a word.
Like you
for
can't
that.
hit him. So scary.
Yeah.
And that has like no end lag. So you see Sonics not go for the punish on it. Instead,
Good
he goes for the
trade.
punish on the defensive option, and he got it.
Yeah, we like those trades any day of the week. But we're about to have that diamond on deck, or another diamond on deck.
Oh, missed space on the grab there, trying to punish Toon.
Good
The
weight on
Sonics-
that. Yeah, good weight on that air dodge. Keeping the pressure alive, getting that dash attack, not letting him land for a second.
Sonics is looking very good in advantage state, and I think part of that is that he is accepting that there are moments where it is not worth contesting, like what we just saw. That anvil that he knew was going to drop any second. I don't want to play this mini game, especially when you already have the lead. Take your guaranteed damage, take those easy reads on the air dodges, but as soon as the iron tools start, or the iron mix-ups start coming out, just don't play that game. No
Yeah.
mine carts, no anvils.
And if he's doing anvil in the center of the stage, he's not currently mining, so you don't really mind giving a little bit of respect and backing off.
And he's losing resources for it.
Right.
Like, look at that. He just used like 4 or 5 different
another
blocks
one.
of iron. Had to throw a block of iron out itself just to
Feel
place
safe.
as a
Yeah.
block to get out of disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay, no grab here. Gonna get a sidestep punish.
I like that.
Up B's out of out of harm's way there.
It makes sense for Toon to go for the spot dodge there as well, because last time Sonics did a dash up grab.
Yep.
He did whiff, but it was very clearly something that he could have punished with. So for Toon to go for an air dodge is reasonable.
Yeah, we're seeing a much better much better poised Sonics play here, doing a much better job of whiff punishing, making Toon seem a little bit frustrated in how they're interacting.
And this is such a different game from what we just saw. Sonics having that early lead, not getting hit by a 63% up tilt combo at the very beginning, really goes a long way for your ability to hold an advantage state, and that is what Sonics is doing, and he is playing slow.
Not only holding an advantage state, but holding onto the stock lead as well. Once you get to these thresholds, it has to be like a strong down air hit, a strong back air in the right spot, and none of those things are working out here for Toon.
Ooh, forward air slightly off, goes for another, but Toon has frame advantage, gets the back air to close out that stock. Now at least we're even stocks, but we're halfway through the game. We've seen this exact thing before. You're halfway through and the first stock just fell.
Okay, gonna get that parry in real quick. We have plenty of time on the board here for both players. But 139%. Oh, gonna go ahead and use the evasive maneuver number 17. That Nair, not evasive enough, getting out of the way, and Sonic's able to get a full stock lead here on game 3.
Sonics is so good at finding those confirms into the Nair. As soon as you think you've DI'd out and you've gotten away from the forward air confirm, the Nair is there for you. But you know what else we've got? We've got the Walking the Hedgehog with these diamond tools here. 60%. We're 3 shy of a good time, but Toon's got the ideas here, answering back.
He's going to need a few more of those to be able to make this comeback happen, and he's only got a couple minutes to do it. These back airs not doing him any favors.
No, they are not. 14% on Toon now. You got to start wondering if it's even going to get to time, because Sonics is getting these resets. He got the fall through out there on the platform. Now back to patience. I love that
little
switch.
hop, that little hop over the minecart.
We talked about this right before the set. one of the hardest things to deal with in Sonic's game plan is those code switches, going between passive and aggressive game plans. Right now we are in passive mode, but you better believe as soon as he finds an opening, he is more than willing to hold forward.
Wow, great parry there. I love how it looks like, and it really is, Sonic has to play footsies with the blocks.
Yeah, he gets all the way to that last block. That's crazy how much size that fist has.
Yeah.
If y'all have never paused the game in the middle of that F smash, it's very funny.
It's like comically large.
It's comically large. It's like a cartoon punch.
All right.
Ooh.
Minute and a half left. Looking pretty decent for Sonic if he's able to hold this at fair.
Ooh.
Gonna be enough to take game 3. We are staying alive in this bracket.
And good reaction to the DI as well. They're going for the forward air instead of the nair. Because he was able to get that, he was able to take the game. And like you said, Sonic's is back in the set. We might be here for a long time.
Long time and a good time in my book.
Very, very true. Running to Final Destination. So things like those up air resets are no longer going to be on the table for Sonics. But there's another factor here. And that is that Sonics can now spin dash over vertical block walls.
Yep.
You can no longer place them in front of those platforms. So what Toon's going to have to decide is if he's okay with that or if he needs to build them higher, if he needs to make them in that Waluigi upside down L shape.
Yep.
And all of those things they take more time to set up.
Yeah. And more material.
Yes. So there's going to be pros and cons here for Toon.
I think there's going to be a lot more scrapping around this single block for sure.
Agree. Because that's the other way you can do it. Like, you understand he can get over anyway, so just throw one block.
Why are you standing up there? What's going on?
I think bro's just trying things.
Yeah.
Like, what does this button do?
Hitting him with the DD. Like, what does this button do? Sorry, throwback.
It's okay, I got the reference.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Good damage here. Continuing the pressure. 74% unanswered.
This
is growing real quick here for Sonics.
This is kind of what I thought could happen here. Because it's so hard for Toon to set up the way he was before, Sonics is going to have so much more opportunity to zone break. And yeah, you've got 5% on one up tilt. But because Sonics was in the air, nothing comes out of it.
I think that's one of the craziest things that I've seen so far is just realizing that Sonic can short hop up air on the floor and hit someone as short as Steve standing.
Yes, he can.
That is insane. Good combo starter from the floor at a shield.
Toon going for the down tilt, not able to find them in the corner. Good recovery from Sonics because he went hard left there. Now that's something Toon will be thinking about. Can I punish that with something like a drop zone bear?
Ooh, jumping away just out of nick time. Okay, that fair. No, the nair not going to be enough. Next one probably will do it, though. See if he's able to do so without taking on too much extra damage.
And there's that spin dash over the wall. He hasn't used it very much, been very patient with it, but it's an option that he has in the toolkit. It can come up when he needs it. 173 on Toon, by the way. Finally going to drop that stock.
All right, stock lead once again going to Sonics. Game 4 could be in his favor. We might possibly see our Game 5 that we were hoping for.
Ooh. Fighting him out of the minecart. That's another thing Sonics is so good at. Toon is trying to find mix-ups there, but it's been very difficult to deal with because usually that minecart is a bit of an ex machina, and right now, that's just not the case. It turns into a 50-50 instead.
He replaced the block like before it disappeared. That was kind of nutty.
Timing was perfect.
Okay. Sonic's a little scared in that minecart there.
Trying to break it with the jab. Does not get the timing. That's a little bit of a gamble to be able to hit the spin dash with it.
Sonic's doing a great job of getting an ever-extending lead here. 4 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. Diamond in hand. What can Toon do with it?
Forward air. Good start here. And reminder that Sonics does still have that entire extra stock.
Reaching a little bit there, but doesn't get too punished for it. Forward smash not going to hit.
And respect from Sonics there. Does not want to try to box with the aftermath of that forward smash. It is so scary. Does mash out of the minecart. Gets away with his life. If he had gone deep there, he could have gotten spiked and died. So I like that decision of the instant mash. And now just trying to fight back into the neutral.
Okay. We also see the wall, in this case, being used to protect Steve from getting launched at all. He's always going to be there to tech just like that, but not going to get the punish he was looking for. That back throw will take this second stock.
This is a tough situation. I think we are going to get a game number 5. Of course, we've seen the reverse 3 stocks already in this top 8. It could happen again, but I think Sonics might have found the answer on this stage. His ability to zone break is just too much for Toon. The advantages do not outweigh the disadvantages here. Finally going to get a stock with that TNT, but look at how much time, look at how much effort it took just to get there.
Yeah, but we are at a low percent situation. This is not where you want to be as Sonic. We have to keep this lead as long as humanly possible, not getting up tilted, not getting grabbed.
We're playing so careful, right? That is
that's the name
that
of
is
the game.
the timeout Sonic spin dash right there. He is waiting. But then again, right, you get the advantage state. He's willing to go in.
Yeah.
That is the terror that is this Hedgehog. And Toon is struggling to deal with it. Tries to get a back air, a little bit preemptive on that. That was not going to connect because of the DI from Sonics. Sonics wants blood.
Ooh, good read there. We're not going to get the execution on that tech chase.
Falling up air gets shielded, but Toon launched anyway in an awkward spot here. And the ping pong from the blocks, possibly the thing that saved Sonics there, who now goes for a spin dash that started the wrong way, and such an active hitbox on the back air.
The thing there that Sonic did an amazing job at, Toon's recoveries have been really tricky, using his up B glider to go up and down here and there, and so he was able to meet him with that upwards glide with that back air.
And we are getting our wish. We're getting a game number 5. This is going to be interesting. Now is the counter pick again from Toon. I didn't see what he was picking.
PS2.
PS2. That makes sense.
They keep letting him take them there.
You're not going to ban it. And he was winning there.
I mean, just from the sheer fact that it seems to be what is picked all the time when it's available should be telling us something right there.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very strong stage, and it was very effective early in the set. The question is whether that will remain the case as Sonics pushes that TNT a little bit closer to Toon in the corner, who's got to be careful. You see him spacing around it. Good awareness of how far away he has to be, so he was able to mine through it anyway.
Good patience here, not rushing in at the first opportunity. Going to take any given chance he can to make Toon whiff out before committing to his actions.
Man, these turbo dash dances from Sonics in neutral are so scary. And it was a little bit of what you were bringing up earlier. Because he's doing those dash dances, it's hard to react when he actually commits to the dash in.
Yep.
And so Toon has a little bit more startup time with finding answers.
Already got Diamond on board, though. And the next one ready on deck.
Pushing him into the corner.
Walking away using those stats of Steve against him.
He's got the lead, right? So you push him into the corner, you get him to do something, and then you play safe and hope that the thing he does is punishable. You try to posture for it. You try to space for it. He's playing hard neutral every time those block walls fall.
It's kind of like when you're playing a game, like a single-player game, and you have to, like, whittle away this one area of the boss before he actually does something
It
vulnerable.
really is. And right now, Toon is glowing bright red. That is the weak spot. Finally gets the shield back up. Sonic's not able to get too much off of it that time, but he's gotten so much already that it's okay if they don't all lead to something. The important thing is that he just outpaces Toon.
Oh, my God.
That spin dash going through the minecart is huge.
Minecart and Anvil could have hit him.
Yes, but he gets away with it. Forward air sending him off stage as well. A little bit of a scary spot there for Sonics. Definitely did not mean to land off the stage, but it's okay. And now we got a block in the corner to save us.
All right.
I think he wants him to jump into that.
Yeah, I mean, but, you know, Sonics is not going to give it to him.
As an empath, I can tell.
Just going to wait it out. He already has Diamond. No
Ooh, that
rush.
was scary.
All of this is scary.
I don't think Sonics wants to be in that situation. Not against the Diamond up tilt. That frame data goes cataclysmic. But Sonics still has the lead. He got out of that situation. We're doing some interpretive art in the corner right now. Toon not able to make anything out of that wall.
We're just in there now? We're just doing that?
It would seem so. And it's kind of working. It's catching Toon off guard.
Making him think at least while he's in this corner.
And that is very important. You want to keep him thinking all the way through.
Nice. Get that quick up air. 163. Important factor here is to actually be able to take this stock without taking on too much more damage. Wants to have this healthy lead going into the 4-minute mark.
Simple spin dash cancels here, but all of them done in different ways. Again, it is just adding to Toon's mental stack. All these different directions that Sonics can go that he has to watch out for. And the moment he commits to the aggressive minecart, look at that. Sonics was so ready.
He was prepared for that back air since the start of the game.
Toon seems to be in a good mental state, though, I will say. When he got hit by that, he gave it like the yeah, that's right nod with like a little bit of a smile. Like, yeah, I got.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't count him out just yet. However, I will say Sonics is in the pocket right now. He has got all the answers. He is playing so well, so safe. How do you hit this man?
How do you get stocks?
I think the problem is you got to go fast, and Steve is not super capable of doing that.
I'm starting to think this matchup isn't the greatest for Steve in the right, conditions.
I mean, I think so much of it comes down to who has the lead. Because it is very hard for either of them to do anything about the other holding a lead. So Sonics being able to get these early leads has really given him advantages in the games where that's been the case. But we saw what happened when it wasn't the case. Toon was able to do the same to him.
It just sometimes feels like the Hail Marys on both sides. Like, it feels almost easier for Sonic to get his Hail Marys than Steve to get his when Sonic's trying to avoid it.
I can see the idea behind that.
Yeah.
Another factor that's always so hard to judge when you look at a game like this is whoever's winning can just make the other character look like they can't do anything. And that is what Sonics is doing. He is just so good in the neutral. He is moving to all of the right places where he knows Toon is not going to swing. And it makes it look like Toon can't hit him.
Yeah.
When a lot of it is just Sonics outplaying over and over on these crossovers.
And the hits he is able to get, they're just not quite meaningful enough.
Like situations like we just saw. Dodge Toon a couple of times, minecart's not going to hit, back air's not going to hit, and then pokes him with a single spring. And he's just done that dozens of times. And there is what you were talking about, the shield on the anvil, hitting him with the can't touch this. The music's starting to play Sonic's stock off the screen, but he's still got a pretty hefty lead that he is trying to extend into a stock, but not quite.
A minute and 43 on the clock. Main thing for Sonics at this point is to not get into an up tilt string. Keep this damage low as possible. Don't SD, and he should have this one wrapped up, especially with that stock closing right there.
And there we go.
And no diamond on deck either. Important to know.
No diamond, no resources. Toon is in last stand territory, and the problem is he's got to do it twice.
Twice in a minute.
I hope Bro remembers the Alamo because this is not looking good.
Yeah, no, this is the I'm not going to play your game anymore. We are now running away, full speed away. Not going to have a good enough combo there to bring that stock down.
Oh, whoa. Yeah. That was spicy. Hits him out of the up smash. That could have been a little bit scary for Sonics. He wouldn't have died from it, but it would have put him in a bad spot. Speaking of bad spots, though, back air, forcing him high. Toon going on the offensive. He has zero resources, trying to get anything, fighting for his life. Does get an F smash, but it still doesn't kill. You got to be careful, Sonics.
Yeah, for sure. This is not where you want to throw the whole set with the 30 seconds left on the clock. 124% on you. Anything will definitely kill you, and then one combo could give Steve the lead.
Yeah, if Sonics lost this here, he would never let himself forget.
Cannot get up tilted for the life of him.
Yeah, one up tilt. Okay, we're past the 63% modifier. We might be okay.
We should be in the clear. That is going to be Sonics advancing into top four. Top four for Sonics. Great job. A reverse 3-0 there, getting the best of 5 set in his favor. Amazing work.
I love that one quote. Let's do that again sometime.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it be like that. getting a punish on that F smash as well. Syrup cannot throw that away for free in this matchup because Zamba has the down tilt to contend with it. Gotta be a little bit more honest. Setting up the minecart, forcing Zamba high. Zamba goes high, but he gets away with it.
How'd that up tilt whiff? Kind of surprised by that.
Don't worry about it.
Don't ask these questions.
These questions were not meant to be answered because he does not deserve it.
All right, just going to throw that gyro in and get punished for it, getting it right back, however. Oh, that anvil getting interrupted. That up smash going to be whiffing. That nair not going to be killing.
We've seen that a couple times, whether it's anvils, whether it's up smashes. Steve getting caught out of some of his slightly longer startup moves unexpectedly. And now that gyro going to push Syrup into the corner. We saw him go deep there, trying to shark for something again, getting a little bit cheeky with it. But Syrup does come back. 169 though, up tilt not going to kill, hoping for an air dodge, doesn't get it.
Okay, the gyro not enough yet either. Air dodge is burned, going down aggressively and gets a beat himself.
Bro, he wants it. He's a neater right now.
Yeah. Oh boy, that up smash parry. Going to be a lot of damage here. 198 though. What are we going to see? That's a lot of rage. Back air getting the weak hit.
But such an active hitbox. It did get him out of jail. Nair DI'd well. Syrup stays alive here.
No
Another
materials.
Nair that is getting a little bit stale now. It's not going to be enough. Goes for the gyro toss. Forces out the air dodge, and he knows he can't air dodge again because he already did. Zamba with a great punish there to get himself back into the game as Syrup desperately tries to get up some resources to fight back.
Yeah, we're going to see some big plays. We got 4 minutes, though, plenty of time on the board, but I don't think some of these matches are going to be anywhere near going to time with how explosive these two have been playing.
I think you're fine. Yeah. Just tech into the stage. Good awareness from Zamba of where he was, that he was able to get away from that and was able to get the tech as a result. And once again, we are back into this. Do not count Zamba out at any percent. Nair, get off me. Gyro, go into the corner. Think about what you've done. Tossing him one more time, trying to catch him off the ledge, and now we are back to scrambling.
Okay, no more up tilt back air combos to be worried about. Only raw moves are going to be able to kill at this point, but he's got a lot of them to look out for.
There's the up air. Good DI from Syrup. He is just fine, but he's back in the corner, and Zamba's been pretty good about getting him out of there. Footstool down air.
At this stage of the game, and then
he had
up
no
air,
blocks.
that actually got him the win.
Because he had no blocks. He wanted to place a block there so he could reset, but he didn't have anything to work with. Great awareness from Zamba, recognizing the game state, and what a comeback after how terribly for him that second stock went.
And you know, no blocks also means no iron, means no anvil, so there really was pretty much nothing for him to fear in that moment.
It goes back to those Steve stats, right? His base stats are not good. He is very exploitable in those situations, and so it is a critical aspect of the game plan for Syrup to make sure that he doesn't let that happen.
Amazing game one. Good comeback there from Zamba. Good presence of mind to bring that back and not, lose hope after a pretty harsh beginning of that game.
Yeah, it was not great.
I was looking for the nice way to say it.
63%. The classics are back, baby. Zamba unanswering here as Syrup gets his wall set up, and now he gets to start to play his game. We've only got Stone on lock, but the iron is here.
Okay, some more damage racking up. Zamba's got to have some answers coming soon.
Being able to create those walls with only 2 blocks is so nice for Syrup.
Yeah.
Also interesting to note the counter pick is to small battlefield. Actually one of the smaller stage.
But for the first time that Steve has done, I think, for the whole night, really.
Ooh, great punish from Zamba.
What are we going to see? Okay.
Syrup going for that lagless up special, but Zamba catching him before he can even finish. And now back into the up air tree. Starting to even up this game. Only 5% between them after, once again, a difficult start. Zamba's taking these up tilt strings in kind, and he is answering back with that nickel and dime until he gets you into the corner, and then he does not drop the edge guards and the ledge traps.
Crowd has come alive out here for Zamba. Got a 1-0 lead. Wanting to extend that.
A little bit of a
extra damage as well. Again, we're not going to have any, kill setups, so to speak. All going to be raw kills from this point. That back air will be enough from middle of the screen.
42% is not too bad for Syrup because you have to remember he just needs that up tilt combo. Trying to get it started there, trying to convert into it with the forward air spike. Doesn't get it, and instead Zamba is able to convert because Syrup was pitching a little bit, catches the air dodge, doesn't kill, but this is terrible. The back air startup gets beaten out. He was a little bit too slow.
Oh, that's a little scary.
Bro really is a neater. He wants those kills so bad.
I just got that SpongeBob gif in my head with the water.
I need it. Or I don't need it, right? That's
I
how it
don't
goes.
need it.
I don't need
I
it.
don't need
I don't need it. Ooh,
Oh,
great
nice
catch on the
catch.
gyro. And yeah, he was very respectful with it. Trying to catch Zamba jumping. Ends up losing out on the gyro. Doesn't get anything out of it.
Oh, good pressure.
Nice back air.
That's going to do it. 115. Definitely a doable situation for that block. Gonna save the day.
Oh, what a tech and what an instant response as well from Syrup. The confidence that he was going to tech it, starting the up tilt there, and 94% in the space of 15 seconds here on Zamba's last stock.
Oh, he just went all in and got the down smash, sent him up full screen.
Why do you
the
go
other
left?
way?
Bro, why do you go left?
Hurt boxes are funny.
Syrup wasn't expecting that either. He DI'd to die sooner there. Really unfortunate, but he's okay for now. Zamba getting really into this game. He wants this win badly. You can see it in the player cam. Syrup, meanwhile, cool, calm, collected. He's trying to set up the chicanery right here. Not able to get it that time around, but still in a great spot. And he finds it.
Not only mixing him up with the block, but not putting it on top as you might expect and just taking up available space. That did end up clipping Zamba for the kill.
Syrup starting to go a little bit contraption mode at the end there. We saw the mine carts on the ground.
The Dr. Wiley coming
I always
out.
get a little bit scared. Like, I don't know, man. Could you imagine if Steve got in contact with Dr. Wiley? It'd be so over for all of us.
Dr. Wiley in the next game, maybe? Put them in doubles together?
I wouldn't bet on it. Game number 3. Much to think about after how that last stock went. So much of it came down to that one scramble. Syrup got an amazing tech against the block.
Yep.
And then the scramble afterwards, both the up tilt as well as Zamba trying to make up for lost time, it got away from him.
Grabbing Steve out of the minecart startup. Second time we've seen that tonight.
Well, he falls off to the block. A little bit of a gimme there for Zamba. Drops a good 20% there, but nothing too terrible for Syrup because he's able to maintain the stage control. You can see Zamba fighting to get out of the corner, and that's why he goes for the back air there because he wants the positioning.
Going to take that neutral air with the ledge trap. Fighting for center.
Ooh.
Okay,
Great
big
reset.
damage. Okay, going to be able to escape. Get a forward air. Good damage here on both sides. Oh, not going to get the down smash he was looking for. Gets the tech chase. Hits the blocks.
These down tilt pokes not working out very well for Zamba. Syrup is finding a way to space around it despite having less raw range, and the up smash is not quite enough. It was very close, but 113 on this heavy boy. He is still alive.
Oh, the down smash will secure the kill. Stock lead going to Zamba.
Great coverage there from Zamba. He didn't get the initial hit, but he got the follow-up. That is the mark of a top player right there. But Syrup answering back just fine. Only 28% on this man. And you got to be so careful if you are Zamba at 0%.
Yeah, this is the position that actually is very strong for Steve.
It's just like the Sonic set, where so much of your game revolves around getting that early lead, and so much of that revolves around not getting up tilted or forward air reset into the up tilt at 0.
Okay, swinging back. Getting the grab after the down tilt. What are we going to see here?
Raise the roof
Is
on
that
him.
going to be enough?
There.
Not quite.
Goes for the no mix up there on that DI. Syrup doesn't fall for it. Does get played a little bit of around the world here as we get that gyro half charge. Is that going to be it? He goes for the up smash.
Not going to get the side B tick. Getting sent into the wall. Not too much damage, but off stage yet again.
We're fine. Plenty of gas to work with.
Are we?
We're fine. We get to go high. He took some damage for it, but it's okay. Now we're back to the scramble, but he gets caught again. He is red on gas. It's slowly refilling now. Should be okay now that he got away from the corner.
There we go, that back. That was a lot of scary situations as Zamba clawed his way back to neutral. Getting the stop. On block down tilts going a long way. Gonna craft up some more materials. Regain his composure.
Ooh, goes for the gyro combo. A bit of a drop there, though, from Zamba. Unfortunately, wasn't able to find that. Does find the up air and the back air, though, to create some space for himself. And I'm a little scared of that block for Syrup.
Yeah.
You could get spiked by your own kind there.
Okay, great grab there.
Ooh, bit of a delay.
Gonna get a reset for another try.
Another delay.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. Nice, good damage. Gonna take it. And that
Ooh.
laser is enough. Rage laser. Emotes on him.
What a snipe.
2-1 going to Zamba.
That was a great showing from Zamba to come back in this set. And again, it came down to those last stocks. The first stocks are always pretty even.
Yeah.
Second stocks,
It's where the battle gets decided.
like it starts to go some way, and then someone gets that stock, and they just run over everything with the final stock. And that is exactly what we saw in the last two games. First it was Syrup, then it was Zamba, and we are going to Triplats. It is Battlefield for game number 4 for Syrup's last stand here, as Zamba has no fear, goes straight into the corner, no matter if there's TNT, no matter if there's a block wall. He wants to play, and he wants to play now.
Oh, what do we got?
Mom said it's my
There
turn with
we
the
go.
advantage state, and he is taking full advantage of it. Only 14% on Zamba's first stock. Forget what we were talking about these first stocks being even. Zamba has another idea.
Now, can Syrup answer back anytime soon? It's going to be a huge tell of how this match is going to go. Wants to stay alive in this tournament, but Zamba looking pretty, trying to get through to this next match.
So we got some early combos at least. Triplats can help with some extensions, but it's difficult to get much more off of those nil up tilt combos. Let's see if Syrup can claw this back. He got his early combo. That is a given. That's a gimme. But he needs to close out the stock now that he has the kill percentage.
Doesn't want to give up too much damage or too much of an early stock without getting enough damage of his own. Another combo would be huge for him here.
Ooh. One of the air dodge for another side B potentially there. Does get the air dodge on that up air and the frame trap to follow. Instant mash out that time. Does get red. Syrup is in trouble at the moment.
How'd that hit? Okay.
Yeah, that is a little bit weirdly active behind it, isn't
Yeah.
it?
All right.
Playing hacky sack with the gyro right now.
Oh, wow. Wow. Not going to get a kill, though.
Breaking the
Zamba
crafting
looking
table.
for anything to get an extra stock and a little more cushion. But Syrup got a back air for his troubles. There we go. We still
my
got that
goodness.
stock lead.
What a call out from Zamba. That was risky business right there, because if you get that wrong, you probably take that patented 63 with up tilt combos.
What do we have? This next situation could be everything.
Ooh. Trying to box him out, trying to punish Syrup, but Syrup playing safe. Yeah, we go to the other side.
Yeah,
Still plenty of gas.
Yeah, there you go.
Bro wasn't even in the red there. He was chilling. Okay, double wall. Syrup recognizing that he needs that to keep Zamba out. He needs that extra space. He's able to get a little bit of resource off of it, and he does have gold tools.
Able to swing that gold out of disadvantage. A couple of up tilts, some damage on the board. This is huge. Going for more. Not going to give it up just yet. Minecart saving Syrup's life.
Oh, that forward air was very scary. Syrup does get a reset, but Zamba is swinging out. They are going back and forth in the air right now. No one can hold an advantage as finally the gyro does come back into Zamba's hands. But again, not able to get much off of it. It's so even.
Oh, that up smash going to find its mark. 90%. Super important, though, that we don't see any big combos here in Syrup's favor. Not going to get that
air
up
dodge
air.
low. And
There
that
we
is
go.
it. And Zamba is able to do it in 4 with a couple of incredible call-outs in that final game. The side B kill at 50% on the first stock, the up smash on the second stock, and on that final stock, he had conditioned him so hard to air dodge to avoid those up airs that